Hello.
Hi.
You guys want to say stuff? Hey. Also, yeah. This is also a good time. Chat. Let us know if some people are too soft or too loud. I can fix it on my end. We are waiting on one more player that explains the Fran. I should cover that up.
Oh, Rena's here!
Rena's here! Okay, wait, we guys should just straight up start. Okay, wait.
Hello. Oh, she clutched in right on time.
You clutched it.
Hi.
Wait a second. Let me just
Okay,
get my
sure.
stuff
I can
ready.
get rid of this image. It's blocking my face. Nice!
What?
I had like a little meme in the place where I was supposed to be, just while waiting.
Okay.
Alright, hi chat. Good evening, y'all. How are y'all doing?
Hi, chat.
Okay, so while waiting for Rena to turn the camera on, we're gonna get some things out of the way. There is some tabletop experience like around. Like overall, people have had some experience with tabletop games, maybe through their lore or through actually playing them. But for the most part, okay, save for Nico, this is a fairly inexperienced table. So this is gonna be a very new player experience, friendly to people who are new to D&D also. So if you're watching, you don't know too much about D&D, don't feel the pressure. It's completely okay. We've all been there before.
I'm pressured.
No, don't be.
I'm joking.
It's fine. It's honestly, it's okay. It's all right. But yeah. Do you guys mind if I just talk about like Twitchlandia a little bit while there are a bunch of people? I kind of want to get some word out on it.
Go ahead, dude.
Thank you. All right, so
Twitchlandia, man.
All right, I mean, all you guys are on it. You know, I don't want to. Anyways, so Twitchlandia is a setting that I have been working on alongside a few other people actually. So this is actually going to be a community thing. I may be running the first game tonight, but it's not just my project. I want this to be everyone's. So I see some names in chat. Duka is helping make a world map, which is great. Shout out to Duka. Kitakani is also going to help out with the lore a little bit. We were talking a little bit. They want to help out. So if you guys type in !Twitchland, there is a Discord for it. Here you go, Twitchland. So you guys click on that, you'll be directed to the Discord server for this. So in addition to stream games that will be happening, there are also community games that happen on the Discord. So if you are a streamer and you want to run a little D&D game for your community, you can get in touch with us and we could work something out. So that is one thing that we do. Another thing that we're looking for are streamers. Twitchlandia is a setting that is inspired by our lovely, lovely Filipino Twitch streamers. Fran, why the fuck are you laughing?
I'm a Filipino. Who told you I'm Filipino?
I'm just reading chat, dude. Chat's first.
It's mostly PH Twitch. Like almost everyone.
I'm joking. I am Filipino.
Save for one person I reached out to who's not Filipino. Anyways, so if you are a streamer and you want to put in your own little realm, have your own little kingdom that's in Twitchlandia, you could also get in touch with us through the server. And I may be a broke bitch right now, but once I get money, I do want to commission art for the setting. So if you're an artist, I may not be able to get to you right away, but please send your portfolios in the server so I know who to reach out to. Thank you guys so much. Is the party command not working? Oh my god.
Party command is not working.
Okay.
Dude, why am I flipped on your screen, dude? I look so weird.
I could flip it on on my end. It's all good, dude. This is what I was supposed to do.
We've been seeing you that way since a while ago.
No! I look weird!
Wait, so the hand that you raised right now, is that... Raise your hand right now. That is your right or your left?
That is definitely a hand.
It is one of them. It is one of the hands ever raised.
It's the right one for me.
It's the right one? Okay. Is everyone raising their right hand?
This is my right hand.
Okay, let me just...
I pledge allegiance.
Okay, let me just get some people flipped. Transform, flip horizontal. No, flip vertically. No, wrong!
Flip me horizontally.
Wrong!
Oh, I like this. Actually, I think we can
Wrong! Fuck!
We can stick to this. I like
No. This is all good.
Woo!
Okay.
Whoa! It's all of us,
Whoa.
That's
dude.
really cool. No, why did you put me behind me?
Oh, we're all wearing black.
We're matching.
All right. Clearly, the DM did not get the memo that we were all wearing
That's
black.
okay.
Clearly,
you're a game master. You can.
Clearly, I did not get the fucking memo. That's okay.
Pose real quick.
Oh my. Anyways, before we start the game, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a platform so you can introduce yourself in case there are people in chat who have not heard of you before, and you could plug whatever you have going on in your life or whatever you have going on for your stream. So just we'll start with Fran, I guess.
My name's FCJ. I have 189k monthly listeners, 21k followers, 22 million lifetime streams, man. I'm a musician. I am the most decorated streamer
I'm not
in
gonna
all of
listen to
Twitch.
this. I'm sorry.
It's real and true. I'm the Gremlin King, the Demon Lord, the Master Chef, the last survivor,
Holy
the one true Reaper of Twitch. I am the best in the world at what I do.
I think I'm done with this session. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah,
so
great
much,
session,
Quinno.
guys. So that's it for the stream. Thank you guys so much
is-
for showing up tonight.
This is all on his resume, like his actual CV.
Probably
Yeah,
a whole
Yes, it's
CV.
real, dude, real.
All of it.
All
Alright,
of
Tato, you could go next. So we'll just go in the order here.
Oh, mine's gonna be wasted. I feel bad now. Now I feel like I want to topple over Fran. Yeah, my name's Potato. I'm 23 years old. I am a registered nutritionist dietitian. I don't know if Fran has some sort of degree, but I have a degree. And then I've been friends with Quinno for quite some time.
You don't need a
now. We've
degree
been
when you have
for
a.
a long time.
Never mind.
I'm not talking to you.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna get
I'm
bullied in this
23,
call,
I'll
man.
do that
Fuck.
now.
Holy fuck.
Oh no.
I'll give the chair to Rena now. I'm shy now. I
Alright.
can't be like Fran. I'm joking. I don't think I can be like Fran. I'm scared.
Add command didn't work. Oh well.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Rena. I stream at twitch.tv/Rosie_Rion. I don't know what to say. I play Valorant, League of Legends. I don't really have much to. Hi guys. Nice to meet you. I'm Rion. Please, don't take it away.
Alright,
All
okay.
good.
Hello everybody, my name is Nico from twitch.tv/NicoPlaysPH, the Prince of Bad Decisions himself. I used to stream Dungeons and Dragons every Sunday afternoon.
go.
However, I am now on vacation as a player here on Quinno's
Let's go.
Twitch channel. I'm also the host of a podcast misnomer, actually a talk show called E Happy Watt. Everybody has a podcast. I want one too. Follow me on Twitter for schedules. We interview different streamers, find out what they're like off stream, off camera. All the
Nice.
bits and pieces, all the naughty desires you hold inside, all the bad decisions you're waiting to make. Twitch.tv/NicoPlaysPH.
There, that. Fran, take notes.
Yeah. I like the naughty desires one, dude. I
You like the naughty desires one?
Yeah. The naughty boy, FCJ. Okay,
Yeah,
alright.
like, you know, ordering extra rice when you're on a diet, you know, that kind of.
Alright, so here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna start a session in a bit. I'm just gonna make sure all the music is ready. It's gonna be playing through a Discord bot here, so once it joins, just lower the volume to how it feels comfortable. It's already comfortable on my end. So I'm just gonna be adding that now. Alright, just oh my.
Wait, how do you do that?
After
cool.
all the hard work I do
I
to
think I
fix your
I'm gonna
camera?
stick to this. I'm sorry.
I'm going to flip you vertically on my end if that's the
No, no,
case.
no, I'm joking. No, I'm back. No, I'm back.
I'm gonna have to flip you on my end. Okay, we're back.
How Fran has like blur.
You guys have to.
Yeah, how do you have a? Oh, you have
Oh,
Discord
it's,
night.
Nitro.
Oh,
Alright,
shit,
that
now
ain't
it's feeling
me.
competitive.
Yeah, oh my
I'm
god.
sorry, wait.
Alright.
I'm
This
competitive
gives me
now.
time. Thank you guys for stalling so I could collect myself.
There. Oh, you thought you're the only one? There.
Oh my fuck.
It's so
There you go.
weird.
Alright.
y'all want the backgrounds, dude?
Oh my god.
Backgrounds
Jesus
time?
Christ.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cat!
Cat.
Oh, cat. Hello.
Cat!
Sorry.
It's all good.
Cat toy.
That's Logi.
Hello, Logi.
We
Oh,
all
let's
Alright.
go. There you go.
we can all,
Nico, are you gonna
unite.
join them or are you
I'm
gonna join
hatching.
me, bro? Who's it gonna be?
Did Rian just buy Discord
Sorry.
night?
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
The man in the
okay.
chair.
A little bit man in the
Right,
chair for
right.
me. Are you guys gonna keep these
Alright.
backgrounds for the game? Because I'm pretty.
Nico,
I'm ready.
can you use the same
ready to
background
get
you're
it
giving us
started.
OC, please? You're giving us OC. There we go. Thank you. Thank you.
That's pretty swag. Are you guys gonna keep all these on?
Swagger.
Let
Yes.
me just
I think
change
I
my-
am, dude. It's
God.
cute. I like it.
Wait,
That's
I
cute.
need to change my LED colors to match the lighting of the background.
Oh
There we go.
my.
No.
Alright.
Panda.
Let me know when you guys are good to go. Oh wait, you guys have purple background? Okay, it matches a little bit.
We're ready to get thrown into the jungle.
No, we're not getting thrown. Let me just get a little gulp of water because it's gonna be 4 whole hours of me talking. I like how everyone has a background and then there's Quinno with a comfy room. I like my room. It's okay. It's alright. It's cool. Alright.
Yeah, the
Y'all ready
background
to
hides
go?
the fact that I have Missy here, you know?
Yeah.
Ready, dude.
I'm gonna do that. Alright, you good to go?
42 million
I'm
people
ready to
watching.
rumble.
Alright. Cool.
We got 120,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, guys.
Dude, it's weird, man. All together, we all have 189k monthly listeners.
Shut the
together,
fuck
man.
up.
Insane, dude.
Actually, 252.
Ooh.
Wait, really? Wait, you
No.
make music? Holy
No, I'm
shit.
kidding.
He's
None of
joking, he's
none of my music is on Spotify, dude. They're all on my fucking phone.
Dude, I want to hear it, man.
Alright, yeah, we could listening party after stream maybe. Anyways.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I don't have a really cool opening reel like the other D&D shows do, so we're just gonna jump into it without any transition.
Why are we all wearing black? I swear to God, we did not talk about this.
You guys did
We
not
really
talk about this
didn't.
at all.
We're just.
I'm in
we're
your
I'm
just,
wall
sorry.
here.
I'm sorry. Anyways,
Okay.
our
anyway.
story takes us to a time that's undisclosed. It could be far flung in the past or on some planet with some sort of reset. Not much is known because my world is constantly gonna be fucking retconned every single time. But let us head over to the wonderful continent of Twitchlandia. You have a bird's eye view going over the island and you see the face of a wide people happy just staring up. Beautiful, beautiful Pepe landscape. And we are going to head over to the other side of the continent. We're going to head over to the Krekian West, I believe. I'm going to double check my notes. I could definitely be wrong. But we are going to be starting in the lovely cityscape of Theos. There you go. Just lower the volume and adjust it to how you guys feel like. So Theos is this lovely city of composed of a bunch of different boroughs lying all around. And Theos is a town that was built more as a place of refuge during the Great Awakening War that had taken place. So
I think you gotta fix their cam. I'm sorry.
Oh. You gotta fix cam? Oh, okay. Thank you for pointing that out. Easy.
Sorry.
Okay, it's done. Thank you.
There
Okay,
you go.
nice.
Hello.
We're back.
You guys are back.
Back.
The dimensional rift.
I'm so sorry. That happens around Twitchlandia sometimes. So we start in the lovely town of Theos. In particular, we are in the lovely borough of Teledro. Now, this is a much lower income area of Theos. You see that the stone path roads are much more neglected compared to the rest of the city. You walking through the street, anyone could pick up on the smell of feces from the horses that pass through, especially if you walk near the gutters. And our story is gonna start in a lovely alleyway. We might even be in the ends, if one could call it that. And in this alleyway, surrounded by a bunch of garbage, by a bunch of leftover food, you see a tiny dwarven figure who's hunched forward and working on this sort of almost living, breathing hunk of metal. So, Fran, if you'd like to describe your character for us, please.
Okay, so my character, his name is Brian. Brian,
Oh, sorry,
and he has
disclaimer
a-
before you do it. You don't need to get into backstory. All physical.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. He is short. He's like 4 foot. So like me in real life, man. He's got this big ass turtle. He's really cute. He's got blue thingies coming out because of the magic that I put on the turtle, and he's just really rough. He's wearing like a jacket, a black jacket, man. He's really emo, and that's my character, man. He's got a beard, long hair, scruffy looking, and fucking dead eyes because he can't sleep.
Okay. So, Bran, you have been living in this lovely borough for maybe a month or so. In this alleyway, there is a door at the very corner which leads you to your scrummy basement laboratory home. You are actually out here on business. Your turtle, Gib, needs to take a breather, and you could see he's kind of this huge metallic turtle. You see that they are banged up. There's nothing perfect about the exterior of this turtle. You see all sorts of dents. You see marks of soot, even in their mouth as they open their jaw to eat the leftover scraps you have. You know, they just... You can see like screws and bolts that fall to the ground. He looks up at you, his neck twitching a little bit. Brand, you know that Gib has not gotten the best treatment in a few months.
Yeah.
Things have been pretty tough for you, so what's going through your mind as kind of this inventor or this innovator who's trying to make a name for themselves in this day and age?
I need to go on this adventure to figure out how to fucking what's the question?
It's just how do you feel, Bran, being this inventor who's run on hard times?
I wish I had the material and the tools to make my turtle better, because I feel bad for him. He looks scuffed, and I'd like to make him shiny.
Yeah, and Gub sort of looks up at you, and you just hear this like sort of mechanical churn that goes, and you see just this ball of oil and springs that has fallen at your feet. Clearly, the digestive system needs a little bit of work. And they look up at you.
It's a change oil, dude.
And you see that like their mouth was closed afterwards, but then a screw kind of falls loose, and their jaw is just kind of sitting there in place. And they're just looking to you for help.
I put it back on.
They have to snap their head back in place.
Yeah.
But Bran, you're not out here on just any sort of ordinary business. You look into your pog pouch. Yes, everyone watching,
Yeah.
coins in this setting are called pogs. He opens up his pog pouch and you see you're broke as fuck, Bran.
Yeah. So I've been scammed multiple
In
times.
very comedic fashion, as you open up your coin pouch, you see a few flies buzz away and a bit of dust just kind of poof out, as there's quite literally nothing in it now. But you're out here on business, and right on time, you're at about midday, high noon. At the alleyway opening, you see this huge figure wearing this patchwork cloak of sorts, like a detective's cloak. And they have a little fedora on. It's also patchwork. It's all sorts of shades of brown, and you don't really see their face. And they're also pushing this huge rickety cart that was made of all sorts of different planks of wood. And they slowly walk over, and there seems to be something shaking in their legs as they turn to face you. You still don't see their face, but you know who this person is. They call out to you. They go, "Hey, Bran, how you doing?" And you see that you see like, you know those like claw grab hands from the toy stores that you could get? You see it
Yeah.
reaches out from one of the sleeves of their little cloak, and they take off their top hat. And inside you see the face of a good friend of yours who has been living in the city with you. This is Delen Reese. Here you see this, from their facial features you could tell that they're actually a gnome, despite for their very tall and lanky 6-foot figure. They have red hair, mutton chops that run down. They have a very big, almost clown-like nose to them. There's something very comedic about how they look that kind of juxtaposes with this kind of scruffiness that goes along with them. "How you doing, Bran?" And you see that the claw hand goes back inside, and he backs up a little bit because he needs a lot of room, and he goes into the alley with his goods.
And then Reese, I'm fucking broke as fuck. My turtle is scuffed, man. How do you think I'm doing, man? It's terrible.
I mean, listen, man, it is what it is. You know what I've been telling you, son. Anyways, so you see that the cloak, he takes it off using his actual hand, and you see that he has the most scuffed-looking stilt setup ever. You see that's kind of hooked up to his legs, and he's just kind of been using them to walk. And he kind of doffs it. He takes it off, and there's a little ladder on the side of one of the legs, and he climbs down. And he's about your height, too. He's about 4 feet. He's a gnome. So you got gnome and dwarf. Listen, I'm sure you have something you could trade even in kind. I could help you out a little bit. And he takes off the tarp that's covering the cloak, and you can see all sorts of different metal scraps that you could possibly use to help out Gub. He says, listen,
I want all of it.
it's gonna cost you. Jackals have been hard at work.
What do you need? How much will you take me? How much do I need to get it all?
What about you join the Arcano Jackals? Brown, what do you say? What you
the
know?
hell is that?
We'll retcon a little bit. What you can do is you could roll. Do you want to do the first roll of the session?
Okay, yeah, let's do the first one.
So, let's see. You've been talking to this band. You've been talking to Delenn for a little while now. And you know the name of the Arcana Jackals. But if you roll a history check, I'll tell you exactly how much Brand knows about them.
So what's the command?
Exclamation point C space histo for history. So for context for people at home, some players will be rolling on a Discord bot, Avray bot. We've hooked up the characters to it, so everything should work fine.
I got 14.
You got 14? Like that's
Yeah.
the total with everything. Okay, so
Yeah.
what you know about the Arcano Jackals is that they are a guild of scrappers or scavengers. Now they aren't unique. There are many scavenger guilds that go all around Twitchlandia, but the Arcano Jackals, as in the name, they specialize in more arcane technology, which is up your alley. So, for the past couple months, let's say half a year that you have been living in Teledro, you have actually, without knowing it, and only now realizing it, all the parts you've been getting to upgrade Gib have come from an Arcano Jackal.
Okay.
So he looks back to you. Let's now get back in the scene. He says, listen, I could give you some scraps for Gib if you just joined the Jackals. I mean, what's stopping you?
All of this for free right now if I join.
If you join.
I'm in.
You're in? All right. And he sort of pushes the cart over to you. Let me help you get into your home, if you could even call it that.
I follow you?
All right. So, would you say that Gib, your turtle, has any sort of rain system or something that they could hook up the cart to so that they could carry it, or is the scene kind of just like two of this dwarf and this gnome trying to carry this cart down the stairs to your basement lab?
I can see the turtle being too scuffed to do anything, so it's just slowly following us as we carry the fucking
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you something right now. Delenn isn't the strongest looking man, so you're just gonna give me a strength check, and I'm gonna do my own strength check over here. And depending
so
on the
it's-
numbers, we'll see how this goes.
So what's the command?
Exclamation point C, because it's a check, space, and then athletics. So I'm gonna have to get an athletics check from you, friend.
24.
I rolled a 4.
Oh,
So you
Dude,
see,
it's a natural nat 20 for me, dude. So
surely a natural 20.
it is. Look
Where?
on game rolls.
Okay, sorry, I'm gonna have to. Okay, that is a
Yeah.
natural 20. So, you see that Delenn is sort of like holding the other end of the cart, and they're about to walk to the stairs, and they're just like, you know what, Bran, I'm not as young as you are. I can't do this anymore.
I got it. I
So
carried it all.
you see, like you can't even wrap your arms. You don't have the wingspan to wrap your arms around the whole cart. So you're just going the other way, and you just.
I have the wingspan. I'm sorry. I had to
You-
laugh at that. I'm so
So
sorry.
you just lift up the whole fucking cart, and you just start
Bruh.
walking down the stairs. Now, a natural 20 isn't exactly the best. You're getting the best possible outcome. So by the time you get to the bottom of these stairs, which note are very slippery also, it rained the other night. So you're doing your best to walk down while holding this up. You feel a little bit of a pain in your lower back, but you know that another night of sleep can definitely get rid of that.
Yeah.
We are now inside of this tavern. Sorry, not tavern. We're inside your basement home. Now, Fran, we're gonna do a little bit of improv here. How would you describe your grubby basement laboratory / residence?
So I can see a bunch of tissue paper. Just it's dirty, bunch of tissue paper. He uses it to clean, and for God knows what, dude. It's oily. There's like orange, like liquid all over the floor, man, from the oil, and it's disgusting, man. Just a bunch of gears, bunch of broken materials, man, and that's how I see it. Like a junkyard,
All right, sure.
but
So
confined in a room.
confined in a room. So you see that you've tried your best. Like in the far left corner of the room, you have this tiny bed for Gib that you made, and you see that they just kind of lurch over there, and they just kind of get snuggled and they shrink into their shell, because you know, I mean, you repair on them. It's like, listen, Brand. So I'm gonna have to give you this, and out of one of his pockets, you can see that he was actually just wearing overalls. He looks very like redneckish. He just has a white tee on. He's got these denim overalls, and he just gives you this very plain looking stone. You looking at it, you see on the stone, sort of embellished on the back, you see the insignia of the Arcano Jackals. So you
Okay.
just see a very scuffed sketch of a jackal, but one of the eyes seems to be mechanical or arcano in nature. So when that eye glows, that means we're calling for you, and you might have to attend to it.
Okay, I got you.
But I can't give you the whole cart. So if we could just do like an IOU, that would be great. If you could just pay me back another day, possibly.
You promised the whole cart.
I promised the whole cart. I am giving you the whole cart, but you have to pay me back, man. It's business. You should know that of all people, man.
I've joined the Jackals. I hold you up, man.
I know, but my wallet ain't part of the fucking jackals. You owe me money, bitch. As
Okay,
he's like
fine,
being
dude.
held up. Do you drop him?
Fine, man. No, I
Alright.
kiss you on the forehead, and fine. Since we're friends.
Kiss you on
No.
the forehead.
Kiss the homies, dude. You gotta kiss
Yeah.
the homies.
All right, well, since you got the whole card, I get the day off early. I'll just fill in my forms and I'll be home. Have a good one. So he just
Bye-bye.
he just shows himself out, and then he's off to God knows where. So right now you're just alone in your workshop. Gib is there, sort of at their bed / repair bench. You just decide to go to work, or what do you want to do?
I try to fix Gib as much as I can.
It's a lot of rolls for you. Can I get a... How are you going to flavor it? Are you going to be fixing the more magical aspects? Because in that case, it'll be an Arcana roll. But if you're working on the more mechanical aspects of Gib, I might just ask for an athletics check or a dex... Or even acrobat... Or sleight of hand. Because...
I'm
it's a
just
lot
making
of-
sure that he's like, you know, like, not to break immersion, but full HP, whatever. Like, just
Okay, so
fixing
that
all the
is
broken-
more of the chassis. It's more of the physical. So
Okay.
I assume you're like fixing like the armor plating that you have. on
Yeah,
Gib.
that's it.
Okay, so roll an athletics for me, and then you get to add another +2 to whatever you get because you're using your smith skills.
I got 22 plus 2, 24.
All right, so much like Tony Stark in the first Iron Man movie, in this very grungy, scuffed inventor's lab, you just see that they get to work. They have a very scuffed forge set up. They're just using magic. Do you have like a spell casting focus of sorts? Where does your magic come out of?
It just comes off of my hand as I work on it.
Alright, so from your hand, you kind of make this jet of blue flames. You just kind of point it out. You've sketched out everything you need to cut out, and you're just going to work. Much like...
That's Ian.
Dude, I'm
sorry.
sick. I'm insane, man. Holy fuck, I'm cool.
So for the entire day, because usually your research on Gib indicates that teams of people work on Gib even, but you have to do all of the work alone. So it takes you a good amount of the day, cutting out these different sheets of metal, getting through a sheet of metal and realizing that the quality may not be good, so you have to chuck it away and use it for something else. You go through a whole day, and eventually Gib, while their interior systems may not be the best, their exterior is better than it has ever been, thanks to Arcano Jackals. They look up to you, and their eyes sort of like close one at a time, then open again, and they're kind of like resyncing everything inside. They look up to you.
I kiss the turtle's forehead.
You see that they shake a little bit,
Aw.
Yay!
and they like go in for you a little bit, just asking for like pets.
I would die for this turtle, dude.
Aw.
And note that like this is a 4-foot dwarf, and this turtle is like huge as fuck. This is not just like a normal tortoise.
God.
Like like putting it into perspective. Let me just pull up the exact size according to the book. This turtle is about, also for like the reference of everyone at home. Are you large? You're a medium construct, so maybe it would be about to like your nose, almost like just like the shell already. So like you're gonna have to go in and give them like a huge fucking hug.
Yeah.
So you look out of the tiny windowsill that you have. No one passes through an alleyway, obviously. People just go to throw their garbage. We have now reached the evening. You have downtime. You kind of, would you say you're someone that gets lost in your work?
Yes. I would just be in my room working on a thing.
Alright, so you've been at work for a while. The night time has arrived. Let's say we're looking at about maybe 11 p.m. ish. You haven't eaten all day either. You don't have any food lying around. It's kind of broke at the moment. What's gonna happen?
I try to go out and see what kind of food I can get.
As you go out the streets, it's 11 p.m. The street lights start to magically turn on as you're in a bit more of a magical settlement. These street lamps sort of like hum with this very gentle white orb of magic that barely gives you any light on the street. Like, maybe they're just there for decorative purposes? You don't know, but it's still dark as fuck where you live. Everyone's probably safe inside at this point. How are you gonna go about trying to get your dinner tonight?
I check the trash can. Any dumpsters? Any dumpsters nearby? Any trash?
Give
Oh my
me
Turtle.
give me a survival check.
A survival
Damn.
check.
Yeah, I mean survival.
18, 16 plus 2.
18? Now,
Yeah.
you know the town like the back of your hand because you have going around scrounging for crumbs. You know the best block to go to where people just chuck out the best food for no good reason. You're looking through this sort of community dumpster. Do you have like any goal? How do you prep yourself for a dumpster dive?
I dive in like it's a swimming pool. I
Alright.
just go ham on whatever.
Alright, so they're getting ready. Is Gib with you?
Yes.
Or- yeah, so you're standing on Gib to be sort of a diving board because on your own you can't reach the top of the dumpster. And you just take a deep dive in there and you're looking
Let's
around
fucking go.
and eventually
Yay.
you find just a whole ass loaf of bread. About a quarter of it has some mold on it, but you could just kind of slice that off. It's a good loaf of bread.
It's
You
still
also
crispy on the outside, moist on the inside. It's sublime.
do you
Sublime.
You know what? Just because you rolled pretty high, there's an old kid's toy that was thrown away, a little bit mechanical. It's like a wind-up monkey, and you figure that Gib might like eating that.
I throw it to Gibbs' mouth, and boom.
Yeah, you've given them a bit of an attachment on like their neck, so that their head can protrude much like a snapping tortoise, and they just like kind of catch it out of the air. It's not like the greatest leap, but at least that mechanic works. So you just have this big-ass turtle and this very scruffy dwarf, and they're sitting at the side of the dumpster, enjoying their evening.
Oh, I would die for you, Gib.
They look at you, and you know, you didn't really give them any way to manipulate their face, so you don't really know how they feel right now. They're a construct. I don't think they have like full sentience as they would be at this level, so they just kind of look at you and they look back out to the street. Is this where you're gonna sleep tonight, or are you gonna be heading back home?
I think looking at the stars with Gib would be nice tonight.
All right, sure. So, much before man has actually ruined the land and smog covers the skies, you can actually look up and you see just beautiful white specks, some brighter than others. You see that. Do you get like do you like roll them on the back of their shell, or are they just kind of like?
That's cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I pushed them over so we could both lay down.
Yeah, so you're laying down on him actually, like you're on like their bottom area. It's very warm in this slightly chilly night. And you're sort of looking up and you see all the stars twinkle. And you see Brand going like, oh, look over there, that's a dipper. And you're just like trying to make like, you're just making up constellations in the sky. And for the first time in a while, this month you didn't really know what was gonna go on. You were able to make last month's rent just barely by making a few children's toys that sold off at one of the toy stores in the town. But aside from that, you know, you're broke. You made it exactly to the finish line. This month wasn't sure for you either, but alas, you made it. You sort of managed to lose track of time as you're lying down next to this dumpster. And eventually, you feel your eyes grow heavy. Heavier and heavier and heavier as Bran falls asleep. Now your eyes open again, and you see that you're back at home, in your lovely cave home in the Hesperius Grottos. It's just a very tiny settlement. The room would be no larger than 20 feet by 20 feet. You see that, Brand, you look down at your hands and you see the same calluses, you see the same burns, the same dead nails. But when you look up and you see that your father is sitting right in front of you at the table. But he looks younger. He's exactly as you remember him. Boy, you ready to eat dinner?
Yes, Daddy.
All right then. So, you know, at this point in your life, Mom left to go out on some sort of adventure. Didn't come back. So your dad has been manning the house on his own ever since. He has a little step ladder that he uses. Gets out some grubs that he's had. There's not much to eat in the cave, just these glowy grubs that he starts to sort of... He has a morsel and he just kind of goes into it, turns into this nice little porridge sludge. And he's like, listen, Bran, I'm sorry. I told you I'd be getting some of the cave snake jerky. But didn't find any snakes, so this'll have to do, my son.
It's okay, Daddy. This is good enough.
Alright, so you're just sitting at this table, and you're both just eating. You have these very jagged spoons that have just been carved out of a more smoother rock, a bit more easy to manipulate. And you guys are just kind of eating, and he looks to you, so, you're gonna be working in the caves one day, boy. You ready for it?
I've always been ready, Daddy. I just want to be just like you.
Oh, no, you don't, boy. And he continues eating. And the table underneath you suddenly starts to rattle a little bit. You look downwards, and the wooden table, the scuffed wooden table, wooden leg scratched, is no longer there, and you see Gib, who is now your table. They have about the same surface area, so nothing has really changed, but it seems that your father didn't notice. And he just keeps talking. You know, when I was your age, when I was already starting to lift some of the debris just to build up some muscle, I do think that you should start doing that. And Gib just kind of turns around, and when he turns around, he should, like, knock your father to, like, the other wall, but it seems that Gib just kind of phases right through him. And he just kind of keeps talking to you. You know, like, I tore a lot of my tendons back in the day, but it was nothing your old man couldn't handle. And then you look, all of a sudden, as the back of the room starts to burn up in flames. It's rock. How the fuck is it doing this? But you see that it's slowly starting to eat up at your cave home. And Gib just starts biting at you. They are pecking at the sleeve of your shirt, and they are begging you to run.
And I run. I run outside. I try to get my dad.
You try to get your dad, but you can't grab him. You and Gib can't do anything to grab him. It's almost like he's just an apparition that's standing there.
So at the last moment, as the room is falling, I run out.
You try to run out, and this isn't like a Sodom and Gomorrah. When you look back, you'll turn to salt, because no. While this dream is an absolute nightmare of an hellscape, you've had this dream many times before. And in every single instance over the last 5-6 years, you've never been able to get your dad. But you keep running.
Yeah.
You look back as the stone floor that was once there is now just a void. You see that ash starts to crumble and fall down to this non-existent wind. You keep running, and to your left, you see a scene of you and some of your friends who all joined the same mining guild. They're just like, "Oi, Brad, get over here! I think we struck gold!" And they just keep going, but they don't notice that the walls are going to close in on them also. And they just keep mining away at the walls, and
I
you
try to
watch.
save him, doesn't work.
Doesn't work. You watch as they just slowly turn to ash. You run deeper and deeper down the city. You see some faces familiar, some not, but the result is all the same. You try to grab them, but they just go right through your fingers. And you have to keep going. You get to the point where your dream would usually stop. You see Delenn just standing there. He's going around to all sorts of factories, and he's trying to get all these scraps. That's how he gets them to you. And you save them to no avail. And this is usually where you just start to jolt awake. But you see, for the first time in this dream, aside from ash, you see smoke start to form in front of you. A path is laid out, a path very unclear. Can you roll a perception check for me?
See perception?
Yeah. Pretty much right.
11. 7 plus 4. 11.
Alright, so in this very thick smoke, it doesn't phase you at all. You don't seem to start to cough. And Gib has been right next to you all the time. For a tortoise, in this dream, they're still able to keep up with you. You look into the horizon, and you see these 4 figures of sorts who are standing there. And you notice that for the first time in the decades that you've lived having this dream, the flames behind you, while I can't stop the ambience music, comes to a halt. You seem to be on this sort of floating island, almost, and those 4 figures that seem to be facing away turn to you. You see on the left this very large, sort of armor-cladded woman. You can't really tell much else about their figure. Right next to them, you see a bit more of a playful, kind of shorter figure in cloth. And the 2 figures right next to them, you see this little girl and what you could only decipher to be a dog. You see that
I
kid.
call out to them.
You call out to them, but they don't seem to respond. They just seem to stare at you through the smoke. You see that Gib all of a sudden just turns around to you, and he just speaks to you. Find them, Brad, find them. And you jolt awake with beads of sweat just running all over your head. You are you're just still at the dumpster that you remember. You jolt awake and you see there are children going to school, parents on the way to their jobs, and people just out there trying to live their lives. And you see that one child is like, Mom, what's that guy doing over there? And they're just like, don't look, sweetie, don't look. Just keep walking.
Ah, leave me alone. Fucking kids. I hate kids.
And that's Bran, everyone. A few days later, the sun sets and it rises, it sets and it rises, and we are now in a more finer borough of the city of Theos. We are currently in the lovely, lovely borough that is, it's a lot of notes and a lot of screen state. We are currently in Shalagno. Now, if Teledro is more where the laborers choose to live, Shalagno is the entertainment district. We are there on another very quiet evening. You could hear the muffled parties going on in several buildings scattered throughout this sort of district of the city. You see that this is the usual time any normal person would be heading home, saying hello to their children. You know, this would be the time that shops would start to close up their stores. But you see a few windows with sort of like dancing lights pulsing all sorts of different colors. This is the party district we're talking about. But the streets remain quiet because all the party happens inside. We now look towards one of the higher rise buildings. Up the top of the building, you see this tall, seemingly elven woman. While most elves have a very gentle face structure. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to show what Bran looks like on the card. Yeah, that's what Bran looks like. I'll put him up for a bit. Clad in this sort of black armor that you could barely see because of a cloak that they have over them so that they can stay warm. You see this elven figure who is just brooding and watching over the streets of Chalagno. Tato, if you'd like to describe your character, please.
Hello, my character is I stand way taller than Bran, with silver hair and dark eyes. I also not a talker. Would probably most likely be quiet along the talk with everyone. But is this a time where I
Well, right now
introduce
you're
my-
alone on top of the building.
Okay, alright,
at the
okay.
moment. Is there anything
I'll
else you'd like to
be-
get out of the way?
Nothing, just that.
Alright, so are you sitting or standing? Like, does your character look kind of ready to pounce at anything would happen, or has it been like a slow night and you're just kind of waiting?
Not a slowing out, I'm always on the edge, always standing, always ready for a
Alright.
battle.
Alright, sure. So you have your shield ready brandished in one arm, and you're not holding your axe up because that's quite a weird figure to look at. You just kind of have it slumped
Yep,
down as you
I
wait
do have it slumped. Yep.
for something to happen. Currently, what this strange character is looking for, they have leads on this gang that has been going around and causing havoc in different villages around Twitchlandia. They're known as the Blink Dogs. Is the only lead that you have at the moment, and you're just going around all of these cities to see if there's any sort of activity that would indicate to the activity of this gang. So could you please roll a, or actually in your head, how are you trying to find them? What is the sort of system that they're going through?
For now, I just go around the town asking people if they have, figured out any or heard something about these strange creatures that's been going around the town. So I've been standing with,
So
I've been following small leads.
So let's assume that you're kind of going around doing this work at the more peak of the day, where people are actually going around. You'd be able to find them a bit easier, and they weren't intoxicated and unwilling to talk. So
Yes.
Could you roll !C? So it's an investigation check is what I'm going to ask for, because
Okay.
you're just trying to
Exclamation
consult.
C, just that.
Space investigation or invest.
Okay, there. Oh my god, sorry, typo.
That's all good. Let me know the number that you get. I won't be able to look at it right now.
22.
22. Can I know like the flat number that you rolled? Just curious. Like, cause it's 20. It's 22 added up. So what would the number
Yeah,
be?
plus 3.
Okay. Sure.
It was 19 plus 3.
So ambient as this sort of carriage passes by, you're kind of looking down on it. You know the insignia of the Blink Dogs. It's kind of like a Portal 2 poster where you see these two rifts and you see a dog's hind sticking out of one, and then you see their head sticking out of the other, and it forms this sort of crest. And that is the best lead you have on the Blink Dogs outside of their, much similar to yours, darker but more leathery, less metal uniforms.
Yep.
And that is what you've been perched on top of this building trying to look for. On the 22, you see like in a bit of the horizon, almost out of eye shot. If your head was not tilted in this direction, you would not have seen. You see this family of tieflings. So the tieflings
What are
these?
tieflings?
They have infernal blood, so they descend from
Ooh.
devils. So you see that it is this you see this man with green sort of ram horns that loop back, and he is holding the hand of a much tinier girl. And they're in like this little burlap dress. Their horns are just stubs on the top of their
Okay.
head. They have a bunch of little hair clips running down too. And you see, the other hand that she's holding is what you assume to be their mother. So, a purple tiefling, this very long, luscious red hair. They have a hairband running through with a few flowers they probably picked over the course of the day. And they're just kind of skipping around, so whenever they walk forward, they're going in for a big leap and they raise the girl up. And then she falls to the ground and you hear these giddy laughs that echo out through the city as they sort of keep going. And you just kind of hear, again, I want to go again. Do it again, Mom. How does it make you feel, I guess, for the silence to be broken that way?
I stare at them weirdly, but I still proceed to talk to them and approach them.
Alright, sure, so you're down. Because you are trying to get information out of them, how do you proceed with talking to them? How do you approach them? Because a figure clad in black armor and looking extremely buff and ready for battle is not the most welcoming way to look. So, how do you go about it?
I will hide my shield on my back and my sword, and my axe, and will slowly approach the kid first.
Alright, sure. So you see that they stop skipping, and you see the parents kind of look at each other a little bit worried, but I assume your body language, you're not trying to look like you intend any harm.
Yeah, I relaxed all the muscles in my body.
Yeah, sure. So the usual tense posture that you would have ready to slash at anything would move, that guard is currently let down. And you walk up to them.
I try to smile.
What does your smile look like to you right now?
Probably like this.
You see that the child kind of jumps back. They kind of look like a. Can we help you, ma'am?
Hello, kid. I just want to ask
hi.
around if you've seen some dogs lying around this area.
Dogs? Well, roll a persuasion check. So exclamation point C space persuasion. Let's just see how you fare.
I got a 20, 14 plus 6.
Good rolls tonight. Well, we have a very cute dog at home. Her name's Lucy. I think she's a Labrador. And they're, how old are they, Dad? And they just
I
kind
cut the kid off and proceed to talk to the mother instead. May I ask if you've seen, some wilder dogs than the soft ones that your kid has seen? It's for important matters.
Mom looks and it's like, oh, I think I know what you're referring to. I don't think I see them in the news. And I've heard rumors across the street from my other neighbors, but I don't think that the blink dogs, I don't think they frequent through this part of town too often.
I see.
I'm sorry I can't help you.
It's okay.
But if you're ever around this part of town, you go on walks sometimes, so if we see you again, we'll let you know.
Okay, thank you. I take my shield back in my hands and my axe, and I leave.
They just kind of step back very slowly. And you see they kind of stand there and they wait for you to be on the other side of the street before they continue to walk home. So the catch is though, in this very situation, you're not working alone. You've actually got an accomplice that you've been trying to investigate the blink dogs with. And let me just get the perfect ambience for them. Alright, so we are now going to avert our gaze in a completely different street. Alright, it's a lot. I wish I had a stream deck so I could play music faster.
Was it called the Blink Dogs?
The Blink Dogs.
Yeah, they're called the blink dogs.
Right now, we are in a lovely tavern called the Third Wheel. You see that it has a very rickety
Wow.
sign. Just a broken wheelbarrow wheel kind of stuck on there. But inside the very nice yellow tinted window, you see that business is booming as it usually is at the third wheel. It's a very quaint spot that a lot of people like to go to. A lot of people are having their own very quiet table talk chatter. They're just trying to keep the conversation reduced to their own group. But over at the bar, you see someone more rambunctious than the rest of the people here. Their voice roars just a little bit louder, and they seem to be talking up a lady at the moment. So, Nico, if you'd like to describe your character, please.
So I walk up to the guard and I tell them, that is not a beholder. That is my wife. Ah,
Oh, Diego, you're so funny.
of course. May I buy you another round?
Yes,
Sitting at the bar
please.
is this man with like wavy brown hair, looks like an Antonio Banderas in his 20s. Standing at a very, very proud 5'7" and 3/4.
Damn. 5'7".
Would you like to
3/4.
give any more like how they look, their clothes, just to paint a better image?
A lot of people would paint different pictures about him, describing him in very, very different ways. But the one constant is that he always has a shit-eating grin on his face.
Shit-eating grin. Alright.
Eating.
Eating grin,
Do
like,
people? Okay.
Right? He always has a mischievous, devilish smile.
all right, another music bot coming
Oh
in.
my.
Oh my
Hello?
god.
You're gonna have to lower this one a little bit.
All right.
So you see the band sort of starts to pick up a little bit. The mood of the night is starting to elevate it. What is it, Diego?
What is your name again?
Oh, well, I don't know if I should tell you. Roll persuasion. Yeah, you're a few drinks in. You're just having very casual conversation. But roll
You
persuasion
forgot
check.
my player card.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. This is all very new to me. Thank you so much for
It's
reminding me.
okay. It's
Alright.
okay.
I'll be snappier.
All right. So I rolled a 22.
You rolled a 22. They sort of
Yeah.
look back to you, and a bit of hairs in their way. They sweep it back. My name is Ines. It's nice to meet you.
Yes. A beautiful
Now-
man for such a beautiful woman.
You know, Diego, that you could pick up any person you talk to. Male, female, non-binary. It's all in the bag, but tonight is a little more deliberate. For once, you are seeking someone out, not just for your own pleasure. You found out through conversing with other people in the tavern that this person, Ines, is actually seems to be associated with the Blink Dogs in some shape or form, which is not very clear. And when you found out this information, you decided to delve more into it. And at the moment, it seems that you have them on the hook. What drink did you order them? So I kind of know how to position my hands, just for, just for my reference.
Barmaid, your finest carpenter's piece.
Of course, of course. And they head back. Have you paid for any of it yet, or are you just?
And put it on his tab. And I just point at a random person.
All right. And then they sort of leave, and they're getting more drinks. And they seem very interested. Their heads tilted. Their eyes have been locked onto you nearly the whole time. They only look away to drink or to wipe some of the alcohol off that could be ruining how they look, and then they look back to you. So, what is it that you do, Diego? You seem like a very interesting figure who doesn't frequent the third wheel quite often.
Well, señorita, Diego se manda Fernando de los Santos y Buenaventura III. Doesn't do the same thing. For love. I do a bunch of different things. Courier.
Oh, sorry, I scuffed up the view a little bit. Okay, we're back. Keep going.
Oh shit.
Courier. Bodyguard. Sometimes professional dancer. But tonight, the only thing that I'll be doing is, well, and I gesture towards her.
I was Like what? What?
My.
Oh my.
But enough about me. How about you? What do you do for a living?
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Well, and they start to actually get into the juicier bits. They start to talk about how they work in the merchant business and trade. And you're kind of looking around, obviously, like, you know that there could be someone who's easily watching you. Like, I take it this isn't your first time trying to do something like this, Diego, no? You see that the door opens, and you see that your friend, your brooding, edgy, quiet friend, has entered the tavern. And they see that you've just been talking to a woman the whole night, without knowing any of the context.
Oh, shit.
They're like, oh, who's that?
A very, very big stick in the mud. Hola, señorita, quiet. You look like the usual.
And you see that Ines lets out a little giggle, and they're trying to cover it with their little hanky.
Señorita Quiet, this is Ines. Ines, this is my associate, Señorita Quiet. As you can see,
I'm just
Yes, look at
staring
the
at
name.
you in disbelief.
Like at the door, or have you like walked up to
At the
them?
door.
So you're just
At the
Just
door.
seeing
you're
his
just-
face, I
You're
already
just
know.
standing there at the door.
Yes, just seeing his face, I already know that I shouldn't move an inch closer to that person.
Like, do you have
just
like your
keep-
weapons out still, or like? Are
Yes,
they, like...
I do always have
You
it
just
out.
see them, like,
now
standing
even
there.
more that I see him standing there. Yes.
Okay.
I'm just out and about and staring at him.
They look at you and they're like, one of your bodyguards?
yes,
Excuse me?
And you see that
I can explain.
they turn around. You see that Ines is sort of sizing you up. They're sort of like kind of looking up and down. And you see
Wait,
that...
Diego's height is 5'7", right? I
Yeah.
think I forgot to tell my height is 5'8".
Okay, my bad. So I had a little bit of discrepancy. So they're more or less the same height. We're gonna retcon a little bit. So if you're watching this, information has been retconned. And
Sorry.
you see that she kind of goes and kind of whispers to you, you know, if they'd like to join us for tonight's activities, you can let me know.
Oh, trust me, it's more fun without them. You would have to. Well, for one thing,
What the?
many have tried in the past to climb this mountain. And I gesture towards, Señorita Quiet. Like,
Well,
do not
I
want to
point
climb
my
that.
sword on you as you try to get closer to me.
Oh no, they're just at the.
Ah!
It's kind of like, all right, I'll
My
just.
friend, can you not?
My friend?
My acquaintance. Please.
I do
I
not
will-
even remember your name.
Albeit it is quite a bit long. That's what she said. However, I have always envisioned my death to be a grand and explosive one. Dying in a bar called the Third Wheel is not how I plan this to go down. So if you please, do not
I can do
stab
the
me.
honor for you. If you want a grand death.
And then I lean over to whisper to her, look, I know how this looks, and it just seems like I'm fooling around, and that is only 40% of what I'm doing.
As you've been like glancing back and forth just to see if their attention. They let out a little like gentle wave at you.
People wave.
People wave.
And I'm like, be with you in a second, mi amor.
Okay.
This is actually a mark. This is a lead. I am not just trying to get my pants wet here. I, Diego Jose Manuel Fernando de los Santos y Buenaventura III, have
Alright.
actually been contributing to our investigation.
Well, prove me that what you're saying is real. Go ahead, mingle with them.
So, Ines, I was just telling Señorita Quiet about your mercantile endeavors.
Yeah, it's a reasonable business to get into nowadays. Everyone seems to be getting into it if they can. You see their drink is sloshing a little bit. Like, you thought that it would take a few more in the evening to start getting some information out, but they have a pretty low tolerance. You know, sometimes I go for some normal clients if they need to get a few books across from one borough to another, even to another village that's outside Theos. I could do it, but sometimes I have other high-end clients who don't like to disclose things to me for some reason. You tell me
Oh,
everything, right?
But high-end clients are like the most interesting ones to have. Can you name a few?
Oh, well, and you see that, like, they've been... Okay, can you roll a perception check for me? I want to know how you sort of sized up the place. Or even insight, because you're trying to see if there are people who are... Actually, make it insight. So there are people who are intent on doing something against you at this
Okay,
moment.
my insight is a 5.
Insight is a
No.
5. There are 2 people who you determined to be very mean, are the only words that you can find for them. You see that this fairly stocky half-orc who was just standing with their arms crossed by a back door walks over and they're like, listen, Madam Ines, we have to go now. Unforeseen circumstances have called. And they see that they don't even wait for her to get up. They're just walking her to the door. And he just abruptly pushes it open and is like, we need to get out of here now! And you hear that a carriage pulls up to the front of the third wheel and he is trying to hastily get her inside.
Your parents call you an unforeseen circumstance.
Oh my god.
They are slowly getting to the tavern. Do the 2 of you choose to act or like chase after them, or is this a cause you're gonna let get away?
We chase after them,
All right, so
obviously.
this
Right
is
behind
going.
you, Senorita Quiet.
All right, so you 2 are gonna be
Right
running
behind me, you
after
should
the-
be in front. You're the one trying to prove things to me.
You're the more athletic one.
Okay,
I
so
run
all right, what we're gonna go for now is, because I don't want to have like a whole ass combat encounter. I want you
Yeah.
guys to roll just 2 attack rolls for me with whatever spell. So we'll just go alternating. Name one thing you would try to do to stop the carriage. We'll start with
vicious mockery, dude.
who are you trying to shout at? Are you trying to shout at the half orc? Or are you trying to shout at Ines?
The half orc who said unforeseen circumstance. I viciously
Okay,
mocked
so I have to roll a save, I believe, right?
him. Wisdom save, yeah. The
Okay.
DC is 14.
Quiet. What is it that you are trying to do right now?
For me, I will be trying to follow, just run through the carriage or whatever. Just, I'm gonna run along with it.
Okay, so what you say? Okay, you're just trying to run. So roll me an athletics check, Tato. I'm gonna get back to you on my roll here. I rolled a 7, so that doesn't fare well for me. You hear like a window open. The orc doesn't peek out, but they cry out, "My mother and father told me that I was very foreseen." Closes.
Mother told me otherwise last night.
Is that another vicious mockery?
Sure.
Okay, I'll roll. I rolled a 15 this time.
Okay. So the first one's 4 damage. The first one is 2, so half that.
Sure, so they don't respond. So what was your roll on your athletics check, Tato?
13 with a +5, so 8 + 5.
An 8 + 5, 13. So they are going at a fairly fast pace, and you are starting to catch wind on them, but it seems like they're going to make a huge break for speed in a little bit. Are you going to try to grab on something? What is the last thing you're going to try to do? Try to stop.
Nothing. No, I just give up because it seems impossible already.
All right. You seem to give up, so you just kind of stop running. You see the carriage breaks away, moving into traveling down east. Sorry, I had a burp there. And you see that, Diego, would you say that you were athletic at all or no?
Yes, but I'm also very drunk tonight.
Okay, so
I look at
you just
Diego.
you see them slosh over as you pulled ahead after them. They scream like a few insults and then they're just like, oh, they try to like hold back their vomit a little bit and then they kept running after you. Both of you now stand in the middle
I
of
look
the
at
road.
Diego and stare at him. So this is it? Your perfect idea of trying to catch the name of the the dogs.
The Blink Dogs.
The blank dogs there.
Señorita, quiet. Can you please stop wiggling? My head.
I am not wiggling.
Here.
It's like when Sako drank like the cactus juice. You just see them kind of like they're swaying at you right now.
So, it is my fault. You probably had better luck than I did.
Mm-hmm. Well, and for the luck that I had, that means you'll be sleeping outside tonight.
And here I thought I'd be spending the night with the warm embrace of a woman.
Obviously not.
And the story cuts away from the burrow. We skip a few more days into maybe like just one. And we are now nowhere near the city. Instead, we find ourselves in the lovely Glade. We find ourselves in the forest area of Twitchlandia. The sun has just started to rise. The sky is painted beautiful streaks of orange and purple and blue. Birds are just starting to wake up, so the chirps of birds are quite weak, kind of drowned out by the chirps of crickets that are still awake. We are in just some sort of random patch of the forest, let's say. Maybe we are just along some path, just a fairly safe traveling path. And you see that by one of these trees is a snuffed out campfire, and you see this little girl, well, not really little, approaching their young adulthood, let's say, but you see that they're cuddling something that is very much not a dog, and actually a little baby dragon. So Rena, can we get a description of your character, please?
Okay, so Wisp is a 15-year-old girl. She's traveling outside with her pet, not really pet, but her companion dragon, Anigami. And Annie he's a blue and white dragon. He has like a red scarf around his neck just to, show that he's not just wild. He has a companion. And then Wisp has flowing green hair, green and blue hair, and she's wearing a bunch of leather, I guess, armor clothing.
All right, sure.
What's up?
So we are at the early break of the day, like let's say maybe 7 a.m., 7:30, if you had a clock, and you try to sleep by some shrubs so that your body's just not out there if anything were to possibly pass through this area, just to be safe. So surrounded by these shrubs, your eyes kind of open and you see that Anigami is kind of clawed their way to some of your hair, and they're kind of holding onto it. You have very long and wavy hair. It gets unkept while you slept. So they're just holding onto it. A few of the flowers that were placed there are kind of messed up now.
So cute. So I just kind of try to get my hair out from his claws and wings and things, and then just like hug him a little bit. He's so cute.
They are still asleep. You know that dragons of this age, they're essentially like a toddler going into their early childhood. They need a lot of sleep. So you give them a cuddle. They don't seem to acknowledge it. They're probably dreaming of something somewhere. They're just not present here right now. So what is it that you would like to do?
I guess I'll go to the river or a stream nearby and get some water while Anigami is sleeping. I'll keep him like in a little So, I guess I could put him in my bag
Yeah, you
while
can-
while we go about. Yeah.
Yeah, you can put them in your bag, sure. So they just kind of slump their heads, knocked back to one side, and you are walking through. Do you have any weapons out at the moment, or is it just kind of like a leisurely stroll to you?
Leisurely stroll, try to gather some berries or some food. Just get some water so we can eat breakfast.
Sure. So, alright, let me just do a character reveal there. So you kind of just are walking over. You bend down by this nice little river that has opened up. The water here is clean for the most part, so you just scoop your water skin in, you fill it up for the day, cap it, and you're looking through your bag, and like I assume you're like holding the food you would eat for breakfast, and you're looking at it. You may have enough for you, but you know that Enigami is gonna get a little bit grumpy with the scraps. The scraps, if to normal human this is more than enough. To any normal being this would be more than enough, but they've got a
Yeah.
big appetite.
So I'll try to bring out my bow and arrows from my bag, and I'll try to see if I can go for a little hunt for Anigami's breakfast.
Sure. So alongside your bag, you're gonna have it slung over to one shoulder because you're putting your quiver on over the other, and you have one arrow knocked in, and you're just kind of walking around. What is it exactly that you're trying to do to find something to eat? Like
That's just listening first and trying to find tracks if ever.
listening, trying to find tracks. Okay, so that's just typical survival then. So roll a survival check.
Wow. 25?
25. We're rolling pretty good tonight.
Wow.
So you
What the fuck? That's high.
you are sort of going through the glades right now. You have a good bearing of where you came from. You've spent good chunks of your life learning how to hunt, so this is nothing new to you. And eventually you see the tracks of what you would assume to be a fully grown stag. The weight and the imprint of the hooves seems to be heavy. You bend down to the tracks and get a feel for it. They seem a little bit wet, so you know that they probably went by the river to drink and are now heading this way. These tracks are fresh. So now I'm going to ask you to roll stealth to see if you could try to follow these tracks and walk up to them without surprise.
16.
16? Let me just roll for them. I rolled a 19 flat.
Oh
So
no.
without any modifiers. So you walk for just a few minutes through. You kind of hear and feel as you're trying to go through some foliage, and you hear it rustle against your clothes as you walk through, but you know that this wouldn't be enough to alert the stag. However, because like you're a more experienced hunter, I'm gonna flavor this more as when the moment you try to knock your bow, the arrow in again because you're walking a bit lower, that they just so happen to look in that direction and see you.
Oh.
And sort of run away. In your head, you start to recall the words of your former mentor, Eolisa. And it's almost like they're right next to you. You've been far from home for a while, and I guess I would assume would Wisp try to hold on to their friends? Like, how do they feel? They've been traveling on their own for a few weeks now. It's the first time they've been away from home. First time anyone from their village has been away from home.
I think they'd be really sad, but they'd like, try to carry on. They miss everybody, but they're still in the back of her mind.
Sure. So, let's give you a little bit of a flashback then, shall we? Let's say
Aw,
you're
okay.
about 8 at this time right now, and
I'm
You're-
8. Oh, in the flashback.
Yeah, in the flashback. You'd be 8 at this time. You remember one of the lessons that Alisa would be
Okay.
teaching you? You are surrounded by the fog of Just Chate.
Oh?
You are out and about in the lovely range of trees and all sorts of mystical wildlife that lives there. And you've been handed a sort of like mock bow of sorts. It has this very unique and bespoke making. Accents of dragon scales that run across its handle. And you see that, at least so you see this extremely tall elf, very graceful, an Eladrin. So, Eladrins are elves that change according to the seasons, or they pick one season and stay with it. So, this is a winter Eladrin. They have, even just being in their presence feels very cold. Their eyes are nearly consumed by this full blue, like ice that would freeze over a lake. You see that their hair is sort of kept up in a bun as they are out and about in the forest hunting. And the usual ceremonial robes that they would wear have been discarded for something a bit more practical. And you are being taught how to hunt. So you see a much smaller wisp hunched behind a tree. Hands not very steady. You can see them shaking a little bit as they are trying to hold this bow up to hit a bird. A simple sparrow caught up on a tree branch. Unsuspecting, unknowing. Could you roll attack for me with your longbow? That's A space bow long. I assume you use a longbow, right?
A space bow. Yeah.
So tell me the flat number because you're not experienced as you are now. So just tell me the number that you get, and I'll subtract a few points off of it.
To hit or damage?
To hit.
11.
11 to hit. The thing with birds is, because they're tinier, they have very low HP, but a very high armor class to hit. So you see that you were aiming intently, you release the arrow, and it flies through the air, and it hits very low on the tree that they are perched on, and the bird flies away. However, as the bird flies away, you see that Alisa waves their hand in the air, and the bird just shimmers into nothingness. And they look over to you. Now, if you're going to try to hunt for any sort of animal, you can't just rely on seeing them or following their tracks. You need to really be there. And that's not what I'm seeing from you right now. Are you distracted by something?
What do you mean?
Well,
What do you mean I have to be there?
what were you thinking about while you tried to shoot the sparrow up in that tree?
I'm gonna use a baby voice.
Yeah, sure.
I don't really know what I was thinking about. I wanted to, make sure the arrow goes up and hits it properly, but I think I
Now,
wasn't holding the bow right. I don't know what to do.
I know when a child is lying. You were thinking of your friends. Because they're out there training as a group, and I've pulled you aside once again. You don't need to lie to me. You can just tell me that you miss your friends.
Okay. I wish I was training with my friends. I wish I wasn't alone.
Well, I would love to put all the blame on me as a bad instructor, but your archery skills are not up to tune with theirs, so we have to go for some of our own lessons.
Okay.
So let's try again.
That makes
They wave their arms, and you see this time a much larger animal. You see a bear has appeared, but much further away. Now try to hit that. And now we are back in the present. You saw as the stag ran away, and you remember that one lesson that you had with your mentor.
Oh. I guess that makes me really sad, dude. I guess, actually, since Enigami is in my backpack, I can't really go run after it. I'll probably try to set a few traps or something and wait out maybe a rabbit.
Are you gonna set anything inside these traps? Like food, or are you just gonna leave the traps as is? Try to describe the trap that you're making to the best of your abilities. Like, I don't expect everyone to have knowledge on everything that the characters do, but try your best, you know? Let me see it out.
Maybe like a little twig box, and then it has like it's hanging from a tree, maybe a low branch, a twig box, and then um some berries or fruits or something on the floor, and then I'll just kind of try to trip the string if ever.
Sure, roll a... Let's see. Because you're okay at hiding. You just got unlucky. Let's just do another survival trap to see if you were able to hide the trap well enough that an unsuspecting critter would walk in and you get some lunch.
14.
14? Let's see how dumb they are. Dumb enough. They are dumb enough.
Okay, let's go.
But as it is still fairly early in the morning, not many things are awake yet. So you're just waiting there. And you kind of feel something rubbing against your back. And they kind of turn to you and they're whispering, where are we, Wisp? I'm so tired.
Oh, Annie, we're in the forest right now. I'm trying to get some food for your breakfast. Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry. And they fall back asleep.
Hungry?
But eventually they do find a rabbit, but let's say you had to wait maybe at about like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. even. You were patient.
Oh.
The one thing that has stuck to you through your lessons is patience, if anything.
Mm.
And you were able to yoink the little sort of fishing line or fine rope that you had, and you see that the box just starts jumping around. You've caught
My
something.
God. Let's go.
Let's not go into detail on skinning a rabbit and yada yada yada. So, let's say that you set up alongside of a path, away from the forest, or back at your settlement actually, which is fairly close to a path. And you've stoked the fire once again, and you are trying to now cook some rabbit. You've hunted some game, you have some rations that were given to you by your parents. And you're now sitting by the fire, you're sort of poking around at the rabbit. You have it set on a stone, just so it doesn't get absolutely charred. And you see that Inigami sort of like, kind of like a dog, like their hind is like really high up. They're like ready to like pounce at it. And they're just like kind of like bouncing, they're not saying anything, but they're just like staring at it like wide-eyed.
All right, are you ready? You ready to eat? Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. And I'll try to like pick it up with my bare hands and just like toss it into his mouth.
Okay, I sent you the stat block. Let's see if they succeed or not. Why not? I'm down to roll for this.
All right.
I rolled okay, 18 total. Sure. So their wings haven't grown in yet, so they're not jumping too high. They're kind of being a little bit more intelligent with it. They're waiting for it to be a lot lower and easier for them to reach, and they just pounce up, and they just start like, rah, rah, and they're just munching on whatever bits of this rabbit you threw at them. They just kind of look up to you. You know, I think I could have used a bit more salt, maybe.
Oh,
Just
damn.
saying.
Sorry. Jeez. I don't have, like, spices on me or anything.
You've done better.
We're gonna
and they
have to
could
go-
just continue wolfing it.
We gotta go to a town or something if ever you want to get seasoning.
Alright. So, I'll assume that over the course of the day, because I don't want to make it like, it just so happens that people conveniently pass by, but you've been hanging around the forest for a while. You figure it's a slower day. And Annie seems pretty tired, and quite frankly, you're not in the mood to lift them in their backpack all day. As they are dragon, they're pretty heavy. So eventually, as you're sitting around, are you like watching vigilantly as you sit around, or are you just kind of taking in the forest and you're lazing about?
think I'm more relaxed.
Okay, sure. What is your perception modifier again? What is the big plus number in the
Um,
bonus there?
Wait a second.
It's okay.
I don't think I have. I don't think I
Oh,
have any.
oh, you would have a number. Okay, but let's assume it's high because you're a ranger, so plus you.
Wait a second.
So, it's okay. I'll describe it anyways. I'm pretty sure I have
Okay.
a good grasp, but as you're sitting
Oh,
around,
3.
you hear. Yeah, 3, so 13. So, it's pretty close by. You don't hear it from too far because you're just focusing on Inigami, playing around with them, trying to get their energy out so they go back to sleep or whatever. And you hear the trotting of a carriage. Do you try to hide? What do you try to do?
I guess I try to tell Annie to hide, and then I'll pick up my bow, but try to hide it
Okay, sure.
and look out.
So you look out. Like, are you trying to hide and look out, or?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a
Hide
stealth check
first.
for me.
Okay.
Exclamation T space stealth.
17.
17. Okay, so you stay hidden. You watch as the carriage passes by where you are hiding along this very trodden, used path. It's not like the path has fallen to the elements. Where the horses have trodden is still very beat up. The grass does not grow there anymore. Like, you're aware that people are going to be passing through here. It's just much safer compared to the other alternatives that you would be aware of. And the carriage kind of passes through and they stop a little bit. And you sort of hear a, "Hey, why are we stopping?" And you just hear a, "Well, son, I gotta go take a piss. We've been traveling for so long. I'm tired." It's like, "No, but I want to go to the festival right now. I want to go right now." And the mom's just like, "Oh, we'll be there. We'll make it in time. Don't worry about it." And the carriage is just stopped. And this mother kind of just goes a little bit deeper into the forest. And eventually, a few minutes later, they come back out. And you see his son say, "I want to go to the Harvest Festival already. I just want to go, Ma." And he's like, all right. And they just sort of like knock on the carriage. And it's like, "All right, we're going. And they continue down on the path.
Right. So, is Annie awake?
Yeah, they would be awake. You told them to hide, so if they were asleep, you kind of had to rustle them a little bit. So I would say like
Okay.
you put them in your bag to be safe, and you kind of close the flap on top.
Okay. So, I'll tell Annie that I heard that there's a harvest festival and ask if he wants to go.
Will the food there be better?
I think the food will be better, but you're just gonna have to be a little bit hidden. Can get you a disguise if you want.
A disguise? Yeah, I want to
We'll
go.
put a little. How do
what?
I disguise a fucking dragon?
Okay, how would you
I'll
wish
make him a
disguise-
dog.
Okay.
I'll give him like ears, and then I'll give him like a dog nose. Like like leaves to make it look like he has ears.
Give me. So you are trying to reference what you know a dog looks like, or what are you
Yeah.
trying to do in this case?
Make him look like a dog.
Give me an animal handling check. You've been around a lot of
Okay.
dogs before. You know how to make them look like a dog with what you have.
It's 8.
8. So let's make
It's gonna
them.
look like a really
They
fucked
are
up
a
dog.
very much like Minecraft. They're a very boxy dog. You weren't able to get the coutures right. You're trying to shave it off with your short sword, but they look very boxy. And for the ears, you tried to like bend a twig as much as you could to kind of make like a bigger loop, but it kind of snapped. So you just have like
Oh my
these two like
God.
twigs together right behind Enigami's ears. And they're just gonna look up to you. I like it. It's nice. It's cute. I like it.
If anybody asks, don't talk. I'll just say that you're a special dog breed that we just came out with.
Woof! Woof woof!
Woof. Yeah, good boy, good boy.
And with that, all of our characters have been introduced. It's been like about an hour 50. And before our next segment, I think we're gonna go into a little break. So give me like 5 minutes or so, and we'll be right back. If that's cool with you guys.
Okay.
I need to go to the restroom and shit, and I don't. So I'm
You're
just
gonna
go.
shit?
I'm gonna go to the
Damn.
restroom and shart. I am going to shart.
And short. Damn.
Wait, take us with you.
Oh no, no.
Oh God.
All right, be right back, boys.
What can I say?
There's fan art.
There's,
Go to-
there's fan
go to
art
me-
already. Real
Go
and
to media
true.
and memes. Someone made Revan made a fan art of me, dude. It's so
That's
cute.
so
There is fan
cool.
art already. If you guys go to Twitchlandia Discord, check media and memes. That was made by Revan the Sweet Potato. So
Yeah, he's a very sweet
Aw.
potato, dude.
very
I
sweet
love him.
potato and
That's
works
so-
really fast.
Yeah.
Cute.
I'm slow.
Yeah, I'm slow too, dude. That's pretty impressive by my standards.
By the way, chat, I've got Yakult, man.
Oh,
I
dude,
love Yakult.
he was mad.
Paid
shaking
ad.
it. Paid ad, dude. Maybe Yakult, if you ever find this, hey, listen.
Give me
I
cash.
IRL D&D sets cost mad money, so I won't mind. I won't
As
mind.
they
if-
do.
As they do.
Wizards of the Coast. You fucking.
Dude, hit me up. Crit roll
Guys,
subscription
Quinno
service.
actually took such a long time sharding. I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm sorry, dude. It was my own battle.
Dude, I love people saying shark now, dude. I love
Dude.
shark.
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 Was it wet?
Um,
Tato,
it-
dude, I have
that shark was wet.
There you go. Yeah.
strawberries.
I'm so sorry.
Nice.
Chat, you want to eat some Quinno's?
Alright, open wide, open wide.
There you go. Yeah.
Line up for the
Yes.
shark train.
Bruh.
Okay. Fucking
I'm
Nash.
eating. You want to know what I'm eating?
What are you eating if it's not shark?
I'm eating these nuts.
Oh! Oh, you
Dude.
I'm not even joking. I'm actually eating nuts.
I can see that. Good one, dude. Okay.
Good one.
Fran was shaking something earlier.
I'm
That's
eating.
true.
It was Yakult, man. I was shaking the Yakult. You gotta shake
I'm
it.
eating
before you drink
painkillers tonight
Oh man.
Why? Why are
Okay.
you feeling pain?
in my heart.
Oh.
I
No
knew you were going to say
mind.
that. Wait, really? Is that maintenance?
All right.
Holy shit, you're an old man.
All right. Anyways.
What? Fuck off.
So, Fran, are you on? Okay, that's not.
No,
you
it's-
just disappeared to the void. Oh, you're ordering. You're
it.
ordering
Yeah,
food.
man. I want to order food.
Okay.
Go.
What is
Alright.
happening?
It's blending in with the backgrounds you guys set up. All right. Anyways.
Why am I white?
Are we ready to head back into our story?
Yes.
Everyone,
Yeah.
everyone good?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So
Ready. We're ready.
we skip into
Ready,
the
senor.
we skip into the evening of the day as we head to this quaint village that is known as Tillvale. Lies not too far from the Glade. These names are stupid. I realize I had to say them in the middle of the plain. So as you know, it is the harvest festival. The acres of fields that lie across it are now all empty, just with patches of soft dirt. And you see as horses start to load up this barn house, carriages are pouring in and out, and you see wheat, all sorts of other produce, even some berries, and they're all being stored inside this lovely, lovely little farmhouse. Let me just get the music on. And as one would, you see that the village has started to celebrate a little bit. As the evening goes around, you see that various tents are being pitched up all over Tillvale, and people are going out with their different products, and carnival games are being set up, and entering this very rural agricultural village is a very tired dwarf, along with their excited little mechanical metal turtle.
Hmm.
Brand, the moment you had that dream, the moment your dream changed after those many years, you just took off. You still have the Arcano Jackal's sort of like calling stone with you, but you kind of ditched your responsibilities for the time being. So, what do you think would have pushed Brand to travel down away from the city all the way to the countryside specifically? Like, logically thinking, the dream doesn't give you much, but you had 2 days to go back to the dream before this point in time. So I just want to know, what are things that Brand would have looked for as a clue? Like, he's smart, so...
So wait, what did I see during the dream again?
In the
four
dream, the
people.
very first dream, you saw the 4 people staring back at you, and then Gib would scream at you to find them, and then you would wake up.
Yeah.
So okay, you're saying?
I would try to go around and describe like one of the more I'll describe the features of like the people that I saw and ask if
Okay.
if people knew them.
So you've been going town to town, village to village,
Yeah.
and you've just been asking about. You're
Yeah.
carrying a fairly large sack with you with all of the metal scraps that Delenn gave you, because you knew that Gib would need the maintenance work
Gub.
on their travels. Gib,
Yeah.
Gib. Those two
Yeah.
names are way too.
I'm not
similar.
that smart because instead of just letting Gib carry it, I carry it myself.
I mean, you're strong. You're strong, and you want to show that off to the
Yeah.
world.
Okay, dude.
So
Yeah,
you're
it's
currently. Can you roll a persuasion check just to see if people would be receptive to you?
Okay.
And as you're walking around, people are looking around. They're like, "Ooh, is that going to be one of the attractions later this evening?" Like, there's a bit of chatter as it's not every day you see a turtle such as this. But
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8, so you're walking.
Wait, it's perception, right? It's
Oh
perception.
no, persuasion, because you're trying to talk to people.
Persuasion.
Like,
Okay.
oh no, use the same number. But then what was the flat number that you got?
4 plus 4.
4. We'll take the 4. So you are trying to talk to people. How are you trying to open up? You see there is a like purple tent that was set up, and there's this guy that is selling candied apples. You see that there's this human. Their hair is in a mullet, face oily. They've been out all day. They're just like, get your candied apples here. Get your candied apples here. They're fresh, straight from the harvest. And
Excuse me.
candied
Do you
apples.
have you seen a dragon somewhere?
Candied
dude? Like,
apples, right? I'm
fucking talk to me, man.
I haven't
Have you
seen
seen
a
a
dragon,
dragon?
but I've seen your turtle. That's the darndest thing I've ever seen. And they're like,
Yeah, I
hey,
love him.
everyone,
His
get
name
a
is
load of
Gib.
this
He's my
turtle.
baby, dude.
So everyone's like
As my
crowding
baby.
around. They're like, ooh, they're like being very cautious. They're not like even the kids are being very cautious. They're not trying to like go in and like rip the thing apart. But like some of them are like climbing onto Gib's back and they're like petting him. Some of them are filled with a bit more wonder, a bit more curious, and clearly your questions are being droned out.
Dono Wald.
You are
He's
being
Average Gun Dono Wald.
Dono wall. So
Okay.
just stand there. All right. So there are a bunch of people crowding around you. Are you trying to get out of the situation, or are you just kind of like, ugh?
Wait, is Gib enjoying himself?
Gib seems to be having fun. Like they, aside from, okay.
I stay there for a bit and let the people play with Gib, man, the kids,
All right, sure.
If Gib
So
is having fun,
you
dude.
see that a kid has like some like crackers, and they try to like feed Gib like.
Wait, no. He can't take the crackers, man. I give the kid a gear.
All right, sure. You reach in the pouch, and he's like, okay. So he
Yeah.
like kind of like wipes like whatever cracker crumbs off. He just like grabs the gear and like chucks it into like they don't really like put it in the mouth. They just kind of like throw it. Like they're still a little scared, and like you just hear this really loud grinding as they munch down on it, and they're just like yay! And the parents are just like, like, well that's the most amazing thing that's passed through this village in a while. Are you one of the festival entertainers for the evening, or they're talking to you, Bran?
No, I was just passing by. I'm looking for people.
Oh, well,
Have
there are a
you
bunch
seen
of
this,
people.
like-
There are a bunch of people in Tillvale tonight.
Have you seen this like white-haired lady, or this handsome guy, or like this lady with a dragon? Any of this ring a bell to you?
Well, let's roll. Let me see. If I roll high enough here, let's see what I could give you. I rolled a 2. Oh, well, I hear the theater troupe is gonna reenact the Awakening War on stage later at about sunrise. Oh, sorry, not sunrise, sunset. Should head over there probably.
Okay.
You'll find someone in like large armor, maybe.
Okay. Well,
Nice
thanks
turtle.
a lot. That doesn't really help, but okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And all right, so you're gonna be navigating your way through. Let's say who would enter next. All right, let's go to our lovely dynamic duo here. So we head over to Quiet and Diego, who are would you guys have hitched to the caravan, or would you like? How would you guys have gotten here? The two of you.
I feel like I would have tried to hitch a ride with anyone, unless quiet.
I will leave him out. I'll go with someone else.
Why
I'm
is-
joking.
Are they too
I'm
different?
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
So-
I'll go with Diego. I just silently follow him from behind.
Yeah, let's say I slept with a random carriage driver and he let me hitch a ride after.
Okay. I don't
Alright.
follow him.
Sure. So, Diego, would you be sitting like right next to the carriage driver up there, or like are you sitting inside the carriage with Quiet?
No, I'm sitting next to him with my hand on his lap the whole way.
Okay, sure. Hand on lap as you're going. And Quiet, what are you?
Why
up
would
to?
you? Why would you assume that I would sit inside a carriage? I would sit beside the carriage driver.
Okay, so you guys have sandwiched. So you're
Wait,
standing there.
I thought you were gonna stay inside. Oh,
No,
you
I
were
was
gonna
sitting
be-
next to the carriage
Yeah,
driver.
they're both
because-
sitting next to the carriage.
Alright,
You guys.
Señorita, quiet.
Fine. I'll be inside the carriage.
All right.
Money is a bugs are a very valuable thing. And to ensure that our ride is completely free, I must see this through.
Completely
To the
free. Alright, I'll leave it to you then. If you're not able to do so, I can just freely cut him off with my axe.
We should avoid bloodshed. I just made love.
There's like,
I'm not ready to make war.
And it's like, I'm sorry.
not up to you.
Bloodshed? Is that like is that supposed to mean something, or
Oh, shh. Quiet now, pumpkin. Get to driving.
Pumpkin.
All right, sweet cakes, and you guys kind of like head on into the village. It kind of derives from the path, so they stop you a bit in front of it, and it's like, all right, you're gonna have to walk from here, but it's nice riding with you in more ways than one.
Oh. Oh, believe me. The pleasure was all yours.
Happy travels. And sort of just walk. It's kind of go away out into the sunset. So you are here at Tilvale. Catch on away, you don't really know to go, and you just wanted somewhere to stop for the evening. And it just happens to be a festival going on. Diego, I would assume that you've been to quite an amount of festivals. This one's a bit more quaint, rustic, but quiet. Would you have ever been to a festival like this before, or?
I have, but I usually avoid them.
Well, now okay, so what is the interaction going on between you two as you walk towards the village's like arch entrance?
He would be like dancing around, and I would be just
Yeah,
like behind
I'm
him,
just, like,
standing like a
dancing all
bodyguard, but
around
not
him
really a
in a
bodyguard, just
circle.
staring at him and judging him while he's
Ah,
dancing. around.
señorita, quiet. A little. This may be a little bit provincial compared to what I'm used to, but you smell that in the air?
Smell what?
That is unhealthy food.
Really? I
Men
smell
and
shit.
women. Well, you have to use your imagination a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Why
And
are you
look.
asking me to buy food?
To be honest, I am quite hungry.
All right, and so the two just kind of like walk in. And I would
Yeah,
picture like
it's fine.
Diego's kind of like dragging Quiet by the arm as they're like dancing, and Quiet is just kind of like lagging behind, kind of like
Yeah,
trying
I'm
to
being
stand
dragged.
their ground. Brand, because you're going around and trying to find people, roll perception just to see if you would spot them. I don't know. I will not tell you the result now, but just roll the perception. Alright.
I rolled a 16 plus 4, 20.
Okay.
Wow,
I will hold on to that number. Thank you very much. Alright, the last person to enter the festival would be Wisp. So, what is the arrangement with your new dog? What is it gonna be
Your
like
dog.
as you enter the village of Tilvale?
He'll just like sit in my bag.
Sure.
Like just his head popping out
Okay.
from behind me, like right this. Cause I don't think I could hide his scales and like his shiny scales and his tail, because his tail has like a little bit of a ethereal look to it. So I just have to cover his body with cloth. He's just like in my bag, his head popping out, like kind of on my shoulder.
Okay, sure. So you enter, and Wisp, back at home you have your own festivities, but I don't think you've been to a festival quite like this. A lot more disorderly, if you may. People running around, lots of roaring and laughter booms out. It's not very, I guess, up to your standard per se as well. But what do you think of it?
I think it's like fun. Like I don't think it's very. I'm not being snobbish about
Yeah,
it. I think I'm
okay.
really just enjoying because it's my first time experiencing it. So I'll be kind of like awestruck a little bit, especially since she's a kid or
Yeah.
I'm a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So you're kind of walking around. Like this isn't a very small village, just like a center of the town where the activity seems to be most prominent, but it does sprawl out a little bit with houses sort of haphazardly built around the place with not much thought to them per se. So you're kind of walking around. Enigami's kind of whispering to you like, this is kind of exciting. It smells really good.
Yeah?
The food smells really nice.
You want to get some food? What kind of food would you like? Meat? Like some fruit?
Anything. It all looks really good. And they can barely see. They're just like peeping out of like one hole of like the slit. They're just kind of like looking around. And as Wisp, you're walking about, you see this lady that's running this sort of booth. They don't seem to be offering any food though. Behind them, you see like a bunch of these like very
Nuts. I'm sorry.
you see these very sort of shoddily painted goblins on like these planks of wood, and the lady says, "Step right up, lass, step right up. I've got the best attraction in the festival just for you."
What is this? I don't know. What do you do here?
Well, and they from underneath the counter, they pull out like a toy bow, and then they pull out like like these very like blunt arrows. They're like, "Well, so I see you have a bow right there, and I'd love for you to have a crack at it. So these here goblins back here, they're gonna move, and you're gonna try to shoot them."
Okay, I'll give it a try. I don't.
Alright.
I'm not
Alright,
so
I'm
good
gonna
with the bow and arrow, but I'll do my
Oh,
best.
come on, that's a dandy looking bow you got there. I rolled a 17, and that's is that your pet in your backpack over there?
It's my dog. I raised it
And
from
they're
a
like-
puppy.
And they're just like they're not like trying to sound like a dog. They only speak Draconic. They're saying woof in Draconic.
Oh no.
So it doesn't
No,
it doesn't sound like a normal woof, but they are making like these very like hard syllables. And it sounds almost like these incantations to like an outside ear. They're just like, I think your dog might be choking on something. Or are they all right?
Yeah, my dog just kind of barks weird, you know. Ever since he was a baby, he was kind of different.
Roll a deception check for me,
shit.
please. Roll a deception
Okay.
check for me.
Oh fuck. 13.
13? Alright, let me roll up.
Yeah.
Alright, I rolled an 8. So there's
Okay,
kinda
good. Nice.
Alright, but you might want to let them out of that bag, so they can breathe a little bit. It's a festival. Let them run free.
Oh, he kind of. You know what? Since I wrapped him in a cloth, I'll just he'll have kind of cloth, how dogs have clothing now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just let him out the bag.
Oh, young lady, you're so fashionable. Hello there. They're looking down. Anyways, you want to give the game a go?
Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right.
And then Annie will just be like
Watch and
primary-
cheer you on. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, so they're kind of cheering you on. All right, back to Bran. I'm going to roll to see who you spot first. With a 20, you spot one of them. So, Diego and Quiet pick even or odds. I'm gonna roll a d6. Pick evens or odds.
Even for me.
Even for this group, this duo, and then Wisp, are you okay with taking odds?
Yes.
All right, so let's just leave it to fate. I rolled odds. So I believe that is for Wisp, unless I'm having a brain fart. But Bran, you are walking around, and
My God.
yeah.
No, nothing. The Gib and Annie are gonna meet.
Yeah, so you guys are kind of walking around, and the crowd is kind of like giving way. And Bran, like, could you like just kind of like embody it? Like, what are you looking like as you're looking around? Are you more like hectic? Is there urgency, or are you
I'm
just?
very happy since people are loving Gib, man. People
Okay.
are appreciating Gib as I do.
So you guys are walking through, and eventually you see at one of these attractions, you see a young lady that sort of matches the silhouette that you've seen in your dreams, but the dog sort of doesn't. But it's 1 for 2.
I run towards and I grab her hand immediately. Her shoulders.
Okay, so you
It's you!
you are trying
Harassment.
to you're trying to shoot you're trying to shoot one of the goblins
Oh
there
shit.
that are going through, and you feel something. You jolt as someone grabs you.
Yeah. Holy. What are you
It's
doing?
you,
I
it's
couldn't
you.
hurt. What are you doing? Who
It's
are
you!
What do you
You're
want
the
of
one!
me?
It's you!
I'm
And that
What?
thing! It's the thing
What?
on the thing, man! My dream!
What?
It's you're the
Dream?
one!
What?
Yes!
Hold on. Wait. Huh? Who are you? What's your name? What
You're
do you
the
mean
my
it's-
name is
And
Brand.
the lady
Okay.
butts in. Young lady, is this man being weird to you right now?
He's a little. But
Sir?
I'll listen to what he has to say.
Well,
First of all,
alrighty.
I'm not weird. I'm a completely normal guy, man. I might be a little dirty. I just haven't showered for 2 months, man. It's fine, man. I dumpster dive. It is what it is. But it's
Okay.
you. I saw you on my dream.
Great.
You're
What do
the
you
woman
mean?
of my dreams.
I'm 15.
Not in a creepy way, man. But in like you will save me somehow. I think. I don't understand too.
You see it?
I don't understand.
Enigami is like looking up, and it's just like, do you know this guy?
I
Woof!
do not know this man.
You know this? Woof! Am I supposed
I don't know
to
you
sound-
either. I just
You see that, Brand? You look down as this dog barks at you very weirdly.
I'm speaking in Draconic to Annie, by the way, so you don't understand what I'm saying.
Okay, so you just see 2 people barking at each other, Loki. to your, to
That's
your
me
understanding.
IRL with my cat, not gonna lie.
You see 2 people
I
barking at each other.
figured it out. You put a curse on me. That's why I'm having this dream. You demons.
All right. To Quinn and Diego, you guys are walking around. Diego, what kind of festivities would you have dragged Quiet to try out, perhaps?
Probably dancing at the square. I just pulled her along. Skipping.
No, you dare! No, you don't you fucking dare pull me along. I will be watching by the side.
Lady, I have spotted at least 4 beautiful ladies and 1 medium-looking man staring at you for the past 15 minutes.
Man.
Oh, actually, now that I look at him a little more, he is quite handsome.
You see this
Oh.
this medium man is just in line to just try to get a drink or 2. They like glance over every now and then. They're just in the usual farmers attire. Like they have like a nice little vest, or on like a nice brown vest, some like a wool vest. They've got their best trousers on for the occasion and some leather boots. They're just waiting in line.
Senorita Quiet, every time I drag you into a new town, I ask you to come with me to sample the local delicacies.
Every time you call me that, I always feel like you're trying to make me stay quiet.
Well, if you would have actually given me your actual name.
No,
And
this
maybe
talk is for another day. You can keep
Senorita
calling me
Quiet,
whatever you
it
want.
is then until further notice.
I cross my arms, stare at you, and tell you to off you go. Just dance wherever you want. I'll be watching. I'm
mean,
not here to dance and have fun.
Look
and
at
have
all
fun.
these friends, informants. We could probably be questioning right now.
Well then, go ahead and question them and not dance.
Sure, let me look for the most suspicious looking one.
How are you trying to
I-
find the most suspicious looking one?
I am just
Exactly.
scanning the crowd for
If
anyone.
anything, Diego, you're the most suspicious looking person in this town right now.
That's the most you've said about me for a while, and I will take that as a compliment.
Okay.
Okay,
I just need
so
to just stare at him still.
are you just
And
are
go
you
around and about.
okay? Diego, I assume you're just enjoying the festivities. You're not really actually looking for anyone. You just kind of want to have a bit of a breather, no?
Yeah.
So anyone would notice this. Quiet as you are standing around, you see, like, because of the height difference, you just see this fairly young lady who's like screaming down at somebody, and they look really confused. And because of the crowd, you can't really see what's going on. But an argument is sort of broken out, and it's just in your periphery from where you're standing.
You hear me going, what do you mean? I don't understand. Why? And I'm
Señorita,
speaking
quiet.
in Draconic to like the dog, so you can hear me go.
Señorita, quiet. You've never been the one to turn your eye away from someone in need, right? Like
I don't see
actually.
anyone who's someone in need right here, right now.
And then
You
I
don't need to
point
have it
towards
going.
the arguing people.
As you are
Wait, that wasn't me laughing. That's Potato laughing, okay?
okay. All right. Thanks for the clarification. But as you start to like grab Quiet to head over to the next most interesting thing that is happening, you hear like some further almost like galloping is heading towards you from behind really, really fast. And you see like in the distance, you see this carriage that sort of does this like Tokyo drift turn. In the corner, you see like the horse almost topples over and the carriage goes over on one wheel before it falls down. And you see that the door opens and you see as a bunch of these masked individuals adorning black robes, a few of them beeline over to the farm, a few more of them rush into the village. And as they run over, they start to unsheath their weapons. And at this point, I would like for all of you guys to roll initiative for me, please. Thank you. So just exclamation point.
Combat!
C, space, init. Yeah. So how are we gonna do this? We're gonna have like one combat encounter every time, or it depends. Depends on the vibe.
No!
Why?
Sorry.
What's up?
Initiative.
Initiative rolls, please.
19.
Let me just. I'm gonna put on the other
6.
bot for me. You know what? I'll just use the ambience bot. Let's just.
12.
Let's streamline it. Okay, I'll get the numbers in a bit because I need to.
Alright.
I need to write down everyone's initiative right now, and I also do need to roll for these individuals. Also, head over to Owl Bear, and I will direct you guys to what's going on.
Alright.
So I'm gonna change the map ever so slightly. There you go. I drew some of this stuff. It's pretty cute. Okay. Let me just get
Wait,
this.
this is sick, dude. Holy fuck.
What?
This is sick.
Thank you, dude. Okay. So this is our little battle map that we have for this evening. And what we're going to do is put your tokens wherever. So I'm going to use some placeholder tokens here. So these leaves here, I would probably put, I would put Bran and Wisp here. Like they were arguing by this tent in particular. And Diego, yeah, you could be in town center. And then you can put Quiet anywhere around Diego, as I put the enemies through. So the enemies are coming from, I'm going to use the laser pointer feature now. They're coming from like this quadrant, more or less. So I'm just going to put in the few ones that you would see as they're sort of running in. All of these tokens were made by the DALI generator.
What is that? I'm sorry.
I put in what I want the enemy to look like. I put it into like an AI DALI art generator, and whatever it gives me, that's your visual for the evening.
That's so
So-
funny.
Wait, zoom in, dude. Zoom in. Show
There you go.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make faces very well, so
Okay.
we'll
I was
work.
like, is that Jabberwockies?
No, we'll work with what we have. Okay. So you see as a
Place your
few
token next to me.
of
Wait,
them
where's my
start.
token? I'm lost.
Bruh.
Towards the town. So you only see 3 of them for the time being. Allow me to roll initiative.
Chat,
Hold on to the numbers that you guys
Chat.
got. Chat. Chat.
chat, please look at median memes in the Discord.
Is there another thing? What is there?
Oh my god.
No, look at the picture.
I can't look right now. I have to roll.
Wait, where's my token? Am I
It
on?
should be on the top right if you scroll up.
Oh, whoa, more art? I'm looking.
Did you add it already?
You screen
Funny,
capped it.
dude.
I hope you are scared of them.
Hold up.
They look
Oh,
You have to
Voldemort.
upload it.
oh,
Okay, I got you.
Rina,
I
if
got
you check Discord, I sent you the ones with like the borders already. So try to import those ones instead.
Oh, those are the ones that I put in. Hold on.
Oh no, because they
Okay, I'll
don't
import
have the borders around them.
Okay, wait.
That's
let
okay, we
me
can take our
try
time.
to.
So this is gonna be our first combat encounter. Oh my god. I rolled a nat 20 on one of their initiatives, so that's
No,
great.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should be like somewhere here, right? I guess. 'Cause I don't want to get close to
'Kay.
you, though.
All right. I'll wait for you guys to place yourselves accordingly. Also trying to see if this is like visible for everyone. But
How do
did
you?
it? Oh, sorry. Yes.
How do you like remove stuff?
Oh, if you hold the icon and you drag it to like hold left click, you could drag it to the bottom of the screen. You'll see a trash bin. You can just chuck it.
Okay.
All right.
Trash bin. Oops. Oh
All right.
god.
Cool. So, does anyone have a 25 to 20
No.
for initiative? Okay, that's grim. All right. Does anyone have a 19 to 15? 19 to 15 on initiative? I'm scared,
Oh,
boys.
I have 19.
Okay.
I have 19.
Thank God.
Sorry, I was concentrating.
That's okay. Wait, was it quiet with a 19 or?
No, no, no.
Oh, Liz?
I have the lowest.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. So quiet with 19.
Wait, no, I have 6. I have the lowest.
Okay, so let me just get all these numbers right. Yeah. 19 total. I'm correct?
What? What do you mean 19?
Sorry.
total?
That's the total for your initiative roll. So what you rolled.
Yeah, 15 plus 4.
Okay.
Rena
15
got
plus
what?
4.
15 plus 4.
15 plus 4. Okay, you will have priority. Bran, what did you roll?
I got 12.
Okay.
Oh my god.
This is looking great. And
One
then
not for Diego and I.
quiet. What was your number? I know
Great.
that Diego got a 6. Oh.
It's 7 plus 0.
Much a duo. They're not too far from each other in initiative either.
We're gonna
Okay,
die.
so here's how combat is going to work. As you see these 3 people pour in so far, you see that there are a bunch more other people that storm into the barn that isn't on the map, and they just start ransacking the place. But these 2 in front, the guys holding the swords, heads a bit knocked back. It is going to take a mere 12. 12 or higher will hit for them. And for their captain, their seemingly captain figure, more adorned, you know, a few more ribbons and gold accents on their robe here and there, it's going to take a 15. All right? So, first thing that you see as the bandit captain is kind of like walking up, they walk forward 5, 15, 20, next to the men, and they look back and it's like, they just say, "Boys, it looks like we got a party going on here!" And you see as 2 people with crossbows start to approach from the back. Sort of run over. I don't want to put tokens for everyone because the screen's gonna be very cluttered. But they're just kind of going, "All right, everybody down! We just want the harvest, nothing else." And you see that there's a bunch of villagers sort of like running into each other's houses, even though it's not their own. They're all just trying to take cover. Some of them are hiding in their tent booths, and others are frozen and shocked, standing in place. This bandit captain
Get my shield and my
is holding
axe
out.
and ready.
They seem ready to fight whoever goes with them, but they are not moving. So that is this guy, the more brooding looking one. Next up would be his cronies. So they're just kind of standing at the sides. They move a bit. They're going to other tents trying to get people to stand down. And you see that they're going over and they're pointing their weapons, they're pointing their scimitars really close to the faces of the people, and they do not discriminate. You see as they go up to the man that was selling candied apples, and he's just like, oh, hey, listen, you want a candied apple? I could get you a candied apple. And they just like push the entire bucket off of the table. Like, down on the fucking ground! And they sort of like, he hits him with like the butt of their sword. And he sort of like collapses down. But they are not like taking any immediate dangerous or lethal actions at the moment. Up next, in the distance, would be Quiet. So here's what's gonna happen. Quiet, you're gonna go next, and right after Quiet is Bran. So, Rena, you take your turn, and then Fran, just kind of pay attention, so you kind of know what you want to do next, and it keeps things a little more snappy. So usually I'll say whose turn it is now, and I'll say whose turn it is next. And do note, for 2 caretakers here, Rena and Fran, your pets Enigami and Gip will be taking their turns right after yours. And in your Discord DMs, I sent you guys the stat blocks. Other things to elaborate, 1 square here is worth 5 feet. Most of you, I think, except for Bran, have 30 feet of movement speed. Bran, you have 25. So that's 5 squares per turn or 6 squares per turn. Don't feel the pressure to get everything right. This is first session of combat. You're getting used to your new characters. So just don't feel any pressure. Okay, so Quiet. It is now your turn, Bran. You're going to be up next, so be ready. Quiet, what would you like to do?
I'd like to, of course,
Oh, sorry, not Quiet. My bad. I switched the names. Wisp. My bad.
Oh, it should be Wisp.
Yeah, I forgot to change it.
I am the second to the last.
Yeah. Wisp, what would you like to do?
Okay, so since we're kind of far away, I also have healing spells, so I would like to like not get hit the most.
Sure.
Maybe I could get into like a line of sight with.
You could use the
the
laser.
bottom.
Do you know the laser pointer tool that's around?
You
So like, you on like there's like a sidebar with like a hand,
Okay,
a cloud. You could laser point which one you want to go to. You can also
I'll
change
try
the
to
color.
like
I'll make mine green.
get line of sight of this guy,
Okay,
so I'll
sure.
move over here.
Yeah.
They're
about
for
that.
sure going to be like, you know. And then I'll get my bow and arrow. I'm not sure if like I need to do spells or anything, but can I like shoot one of them?
You
I'll
can
just
shoot, and then as far as I know, Enigami has a reaction where they can like imbue your attack for like extra damage. I know that's
Yeah.
one of your options, but
The infused strike, but I'll save that.
Okay,
I'll
sure.
I'll just like tuck any behind me too.
Okay.
So I'll shoot
Sure.
at this guy. This guy.
roll your attack to hit that guy. You're going to have to roll 12 or higher.
Okay, so it's A and then bow.
Yeah. A space ball.
7, I missed.
7 total. All right. So describe how they look as they walk up and try to shoot this guy.
So Wisp like walks off to the side and pulls the bow and arrow from their shoulder. Then they pull back the bow and breathe out. Let the arrow fly, but it doesn't hit. It's off by a little bit.
Or maybe you're just nervous, as in the few weeks that
Yeah,
you've been
a little
away
bit
from
of the
home,
nerves.
you've mostly seen like very nice people. You've never had to be aggressive towards someone, well, save for your experience with this strange dwarven man. But yeah, there you go. All right, so now you also have a chance to move Enigami or make them attack. Would you like to assign them anywhere, make them hit something, or will they be?
No, they just stay behind me.
Okay, so nothing. They will take. I believe they take the dodge action by default. Then, if you don't make them do anything. All right.
Okay.
Cool. So up next, it is going to be Bran, and then after Bran, it's going to be Quiet. So pay attention this turn, both of you.
Okay.
So Bran, what do you want to do?
What's the closest I can get to?
So there's
to the
also if
person
you,
on the
if you click the protractor, you can click from where your character is and actually measure the line.
I can walk 25 feet, so I can
Yeah.
get right next to him.
Yeah, you can
Wait.
get right into that square.
Oh, okay. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. All right.
And then I attack.
All right. So remember, so 12 to beat. Tell me the number. Tell me if that hits, and then how much damage.
So what's my weapon again? Is it a sword or?
You can open up your
hammer?
character sheet. Or you can type in exclamation point A and it should show you all of the weapons that you have.
Okay, hold
I
on.
believe. Yeah.
A light hammer.
Light hammer. You should have some other things hanging around. Oh. Hi Raiders. Welcome Raiders. Sorry, I don't have notice
Okay.
on. Oh, this is one of my.
Okay,
Hi. Okay.
I got
What's up?
19 and I got 6 damage.
19, 6 damage. That is definitely gonna hit. So, Brand, describe how you look, how your attack looks as you are walking up to hit this one bandit.
I swing my hammer right to his head, and I try to fucking decapitate the man.
All right, how much damage is this again? Just to
No,
refresh?
6.
6 damage. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you walk up to him. What is going through your head as you see all of these people sort of like pouring and causing havoc?
I get reminded that the person who I was like shaking earlier jumped into action immediately as he shot it. I was like, fuck man, I gotta protect the people too. If
Okay.
she jumped into action.
Sure. So you run in the hammer, like no second thought almost. You haven't had too much experience fighting. You're mostly tinkering, but something takes over you in this moment, and you just try to go conk them in the head. They're able to like kind of like raise their shoulder up, but you manage to hit them, and it grazes along the side. You look down at your light hammer as the blow hits, and there is a little bit of blood. Yet they're pretty hurt after it. They're pretty hurt. I won't say how hurt, but they're pretty hurt. All right.
Want some more?
They just look at
My
you.
turtle.
All right. So what does Gib want to do?
Oh, how far can he go?
It should be in the stat sheet. Like if you check your Discord DMs, stat sheet's there.
Yeah, okay.
But I have it open too. They can go 40 feet.
Wow, that's a
Okay.
turtle, huh?
They are. This is a fast turtle.
Okay, I'd go. Okay, I'll drag him to where I want him to be. He can go here.
Sure. Most definitely
Boom.
you can go there. So do they run through that tent or?
Yeah.
So they
like,
trample this tent.
yeah,
as
gears
they're-
falling off and
Yeah.
the gears falling off. And,
So they run over, and I assume you're going to try to attack.
yeah.
Like, go,
What's my-
Gib is gonna try to attack. So it is a roll a d20 and add your intelligence. So it's gonna be like exclamation point R space d20 plus whatever.
What's my intelligence?
Open up your sheet. Well, like I also have like the character.
Character sheets.
Yeah, I
Can you link my character? Okay, hold on. Let me.
I also have your character cards. I could send all of your character cards. So this, but no, but it doesn't have the
Yeah.
plus. But take your time. Everyone, just open up your sheets right now, because there's some
Yeah.
things that I can't exactly incorporate into the G sheet. Like I tried to incorporate Enigami's attacks and Gibbs.
Okay, roll
but-
d20.
Exclamation point R space d20 plus your
Okay.
intelligence.
I got 11 plus 3.
Well,
14.
that is more than enough. So roll for damage. And a force rend deals 1d8 plus your proficiency bonus. So it's going to be at least 3. So roll the 8-sided die and then add 3 to that number.
Roll 1d8. It's a 6
Plus-
plus my proficiency bonus.
Yeah, so plus 2, so 8.
Plus 2, yeah. So 8.
These guys are not the strongest. So is this lethal damage from Gib, or is this
lethal?
not? Is
Is
it lethal, or what do you want it to be?
Is it?
Do you
Is
want it to be
is it enough?
lethal? You can
Yes.
pick- you can. Okay, so
Oh
Gib-
wait, not just.
do you want
knock
Gib
him out,
to?
or-
Do you want Gib to go for lethal damage, or is he going for knockout?
Just a knockout, dude.
Okay, sure. So they're just like charging, and they're not a bull, but they just kind of put their whole head into it, and they just bonk
Yeah.
this guy. They are winded and they're down on the ground. So they are not dead.
Hell yeah.
So I will just leave them on the map, and I'll tilt the
Okay.
token so that you just kind of know, and I'll leave a little marker around it as well. So there you go. If there's an orange circle around them, unconscious, not dead. If they are dead, I'm just gonna remove them from the screen entirely. All right.
Okay.
That is going to be the end of Brand's turn then. Up next is Quiet, and then followed by Diego. So
Yeah, I will also attack the nearest dude.
nearest
Fine.
being the captain or the other.
The
mage?
captain. The captain.
All right, sure. So,
Yeah.
what are you using to attack? What are you gonna be doing?
My battle axe.
All right, sure. So, immediately, I assume you just want to fight
Oh,
people. That's what you
yes,
like
I
doing.
do,
So the
right?
moment you saw them pouring in, Diego's just kind of pissed off as Quiet walks up, shield in one hand, battle axe in the other. Roll
What I
your
was seeking for,
Yeah.
blood.
roll your attack.
Yes.
Roll your attack, and then depending on if it hits or misses, we'll give a description.
Wait, how do I, what's the...
Exclamation mark A.
Exclamation point
Oh,
A
it's just that
space
over there.
battle axe. It's gonna roll to hit and damage.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Thank you.
dude.
Okay, but to hit is 20, 15 plus 5.
Okay. 15 plus. Okay, that's definitely gonna hit. So, how much damage is going through?
4, 1 plus 3. I am very unlucky. I got 1, but I have plus.
You're not
3,
gonna use
okay?
any smites or spells, none of that. Just, because you have those options. I'm gonna ask just in case
Actually, true.
you need a refresher.
True, true,
It's-
true. Yeah, with Divine Smite, I empower, right?
Yeah, so you get to roll
Ah.
like 2d8.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna use my Divine Smite.
Sure,
since this
so
is the
deduct
second
one
wave.
spell slot, note that you've used one spell, and then roll 2d8, and then tell me numbers. So get the base damage that you have, and then get the smite damage, add that up.
How
tell
do
me
I
what-
get the? How do I roll the smite? And
Exclamation point, you can type in exclamation point, S space divine smite, I think.
Divine Smite.
You should be able to. Does it work?
Oh, it's not a valid thing.
Oh,
Maybe
okay. A, exclamation
Divine.
point. If it
Smite.
doesn't work, then just type exclamation point.
Yeah,
R.
it's an action.
Is it, did
Oh,
it work?
see.
Did it work? Or no?
Oh, hold on.
Exclamation mark C.
Oh, there,
right?
so I type 2. There you go. Oh, there it worked.
Okay, so
11 plus
Ele-
1 plus 4, so 15.
let me just double check. Okay, cool. So that's 15 damage. You definitely made up for it. Okay, so describe Quiet then as they walk up and imbue this one attack with their battle axe. This
I
captain
go
is, you
close
can tell.
to the captain
okay.
of the leader, and I
Mhm.
slash him straight on his head, well, on his neck,
Well,
and he gets.
I will take some liberties there because that would instantly kill him, and that's not how this works. So, you see that they are quite smug, like in their body language, like they're like hopping around, like this is just another walk in the park for them. So they're just kind of holding up their rapier, like they're kind of ready as you walk up. And as they kind of go for this lunge, you just kind of like bash it onto the side, and you get like a good gash across their chest. And sort of describe the energy that is imbued in your battle axe as you smite them.
It's glowing because of my divine smite.
What
that I
color?
use. It's
Like give
blue.
it. Give. All right.
It's a yeah. It's like a blue flame that's all over my battle axe.
Sure. So as you raise your axe to go for this very big and decisive slash that would graze their chest,
Yes.
you see his blue
While
flames
smiling.
start to form. While smiling. Is it like this? Is it very menacing or is it like giddy, excited?
More on menacing, I guess.
More menacing. All right.
Oh,
so
let's go.
you just kind of
Oh, God,
slash
dude.
them across the chest, and they let out this like shriek of pain. They're just like ah! Oh fuck! And they like inch back a little bit, but they're holding their ground. It's just a flesh wound. It's just a flesh wound. Is there anything else you like to do? I don't think you have any bonus actions.
No, I don't think I have any
Okay.
other bonus.
All
actions.
right. So Diego, you'd be up next. There are gonna be a few enemies that go before Wisp, but Wisp, just keep in mind that you're going to be the next player that's going. So Diego,
Alright.
what do you like to do?
So like,
Too many heroes in this town.
I snap my fingers and a feather boa appears around my neck as I cast. I use my bonus action to use my mantle of inspiration. So like a feather boa and like I just look like Elton John right now.
Sure. It just kind of appears out of thin air. People
yeah.
like that are like crouching down or just looking up and just go like, what the
So I can choose up to 4 people within 60 feet of me.
fuck? Which they all are.
And then each of them gain 5 temporary hit points.
Okay. Do you say anything? It's your mantle of inspiration. What do you?
Okay, you can use it. They can also use their reaction to move up to its speed without provoking attacks of
Okay.
opportunities.
All right.
So
It's showtime!
I snap my finger and I.
Yeah, they're like people that are like crouched behind. They're just like, what the fuck are you doing? They're just really confused. You still have like your actions left and stuff, so
I still have my action.
Yeah.
So everybody in this group gets 5 temporary hit points, and they can
Nice.
move up to their speed
Oh,
right now with their
shit.
reactions.
Nice.
And I basically walk up here,
Okay. Sure.
and then I yell at this guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, how do you do that?
Oh, so okay, I'll just explain first. So a reaction is something that you can do when it's not your turn. So how D&D works is one round passes by, so that's when every single player goes, and within that one round, everyone gets one reaction, and you can use that for whatever. So in this case, you now have the option to move up to your speed as a reaction. If an enemy were to run past you, you can also hit them as a reaction. What's an example of another reaction? Wisp, when Enigami imbues your attack, that is a reaction too. But note that every character
Yeah.
only has one reaction charge.
yeah.
So,
You can also use your action in your turn to prepare a reaction. Like if this guy crosses my path, I swing at him.
yes. Well, we'll get there when we get there. Pretty good explanations all around though. So, everyone here, everyone that has been inspired by the showtime now beginning, you have an option as reaction to move up to your movement speed. But yeah, go on with your turn. I just wanted to explain
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna yell at this guy. Hey you! Why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh, I think I know what spell this is, and they're just kind of like looking
Yes.
like, what the?
To have sex with your mother. Also.
Is this Tasha's or is this Tasha's or is this Vicious?
It's Tasha's.
Tasha's, okay.
It's Tasha's.
Save is
Also.
14. Okay.
Cluck,
Come on.
I rolled a 3.
Tasha's.
They like look and they're just like
Basically, they burst out in uncontrollable laughter. And
they start like wheezing and like their scimitar falls to the ground and they're like in a fetal position on the
Oh my
ground.
god.
He had sex with my mom.
I basically disabled them.
Yeah, so this dude is just kind of down on the ground laughing. Alright, so I'll tilt them the other way. Just an indicator that they are not unconscious, but they're shitting themselves. Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
That's one guy taken care of.
Cool. Okay, so it's that now it is gonna be the turn of this lovely individual that is facing Quiet here. And they're just looking at you, oh, you got Moxie, kid, huh? Well, ever seen something like this and they just sort of like lunge at you? Okay,
Oh.
so they are going to roll multi-attack. How fun. Okay.
Multi-attack.
First one, okay. The dice seem to be on your side tonight, guys. Good for you. Mm-hmm. So this guy is absolutely overstretching. Like, all the confidence in the body disappears as every time they try to lunge at you, they just feel this searing pain that runs across where Quiet's axe was once. And they just kind of breathe back every time they try. Like, every time they try to go for something precise, they can't. And yes, that means I missed every single attack on this bad boy right here. So I am going to use someone else for the evening. That is my telltale sign. But they're just kind of standing there. They look back and are just like, we're gonna need more. Get the fuck out of the farm. Come on. And you see that there are a few more that are slowly starting to make their way into. Alright, up next is going to be the turn of these bandits. So this guy is out for the count, the one by Brand. Let's see if this guy can stop laughing. Oh my god, I rolled. So he's like, he had sex with my mom. He had sex with my mom, and he's just like, suddenly he's like, it's clear. He's like, you had sex with my mom, and he's like getting off. You fuck.
And she liked it.
Make fun of me, but don't drag my mother into this. And you see as they like walk up to you and they're going to try to make an attack against you, my friend.
Oh my god.
Dude, why does it have to be? Why, he could get up from laughing, but he can't hit you. That is going to be a 9. No way that hits. So what do you do as this guy's walking up and he just tries to go for a slash at possibly your waist? How do you dodge it?
It's like I just sidestep and flip him off and like.
Jesus Christ, Rena, are you drinking straight from your...
dude.
I'm
It's
sorry.
a water bottle, dude.
Yeah,
It's a
dude,
water
it's-
bottle.
It's a job,
I
dude.
don't have a reaction.
Is it-
I don't have a
that's-
reaction.
My water
You have a
jug.
reaction? Okay,
It looks
sure.
like
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It looks like the water dispenser thing.
You see
Oh
that
That's the point.
I
That's the point.
20.
amazing, amazing.
Better
You
luck
see
next
as
time, man.
these two with these light crossbows move into position, they're gonna be attacks that are going at Quiet and Bran as they knock a bolt into their light crossbows and they fire. Wow. Dude, what is wrong with me? Surely I roll better in the rounds to come if there are any. I rolled a nat 1 and then I rolled a 5.
Damn.
So the one that
Oh,
tries
wait. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
This guy stood up.
Mhm.
He failed the save. He's not gonna be able to stand up for like.
Oh no. Oh, like he succeeded on the save to get up though.
Oh,
Like
he
I
did.
rolled, yeah, he rolled. That's why I was able to do that. And he's not too far, so his movement's not too impeded.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the only good roll I get. I wasted all my luck on initiative. So the one that tries to shoot at Bran, they're locking it in, and you can see them. But as they fire, the bolt splinters, and you just see as it like goes on their face. They're just like ah, and they drop their crossbow, and they're just sort of like trying to get all these splinters out. The other one that's more on the left just kind of whisks their shot past Quiet, and there you go. It briefly flies past you, and your little feathers that are on you just seem to like kind of flow with the air as it passes. It's still on you, but the gust catches you by surprise, and you see as these two also start to walk up, not too far behind. All right, the next is gonna be Wisp and then Bran. So pay attention again.
I have bad news.
Yes.
My owlbear died. I can't.
Oh, can you not? Oh, like even when you re-click the link.
Yeah, I opened the link. Like I closed all the tabs that owlbear is open on, and then I clicked the link again, and I refreshed it, and nothing works.
Do you have another device lying around? Like even your phone or like a tablet works too.
Oh yeah, I could.
Or another browser even. You can give it a go. Just for the sake of just keeping it a bit more expedient. Would you mind if I gave the turn to Bran first and then we loop back to you while
Yeah,
you
go
fix
ahead,
things?
go
Alright,
ahead.
sure. So Bran, what would you like to do? As you see this one guy try to shoot at you and fail miserably.
Okay, I get mad. I run towards the crossbow guy.
Oh, you're just going.
Hold on.
Alright.
Well,
sure.
let me calculate. Actually, hold on. I'm calculating.
Alright. See someone moves you in.
I changed my mind. I'm going. I can't reach it. I can't get there.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go for the boss instead.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Bonk, and I attack.
Alright, do you know what you have now is a flank as you are attacking this boss from two different directions. So you actually have
Yeah.
advantage on this attack now. So
Okay.
you type in
Alright.
exclamation point A space your hammer space ADV for advantage. So what that's gonna do for you at home, if you roll an advantage, your D10 you get to roll 2 D20s, but you use the higher number. So Bran has more of a chance of hitting here.
I hit 23. I got 23, and I
23.
damage 8.
Damage 8.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm not even able to use this guy's parry. I'm so sad.
It's-
Okay.
Is he dead?
No, he's not dead. Hello.
I'm go.
So you just kind of going like he's like clearly occupied with Quiet there, but you kind of run up and you give them like a bonk, like where their knee is. Like they're a fairly tall dude. You're fairly short, so you just go for what's available. And you're like ah,
Yeah.
and so they kind of like crouch down a little bit, and then like rascal.
I'm sorry. You're attacking the people.
All right, and then you also get to move Gib.
I run towards him
Oh,
and I attack him again.
oh my god. You guys have this dude cornered. Alright, sure. Roll for the force rendered attack. Give that a while.
wait,
While you do that, Rena, is your situation okay? Are you back in
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, nice.
How far am I allowed to move?
30 feet, but as an action, note that attacking is also an action. You can use attack or you could do a dash to double your movement speed. If ever.
Kino, what's the command for?
There's no command for force render, so it's exclamation point
Is it
R
is-
space
D20.
D20 plus your intelligence.
Okay, 19 plus 3,
Oh, dude, that fucking
so
does.
it's 22.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure. So
And then the
22 hit
damage
damage. You should
is
have-
it D4? One D4?
Have the what is the stat block of force and power? It's D8 plus your proficiency, so +2 to whatever you roll.
6 plus
6.
2.
Okay. So, all right. Oh man, it's a lot fast. So try to describe Gib as they walk up to attack the big man.
Since he's close, he just walks and jumps, like lunges to attack.
So they just kind of trample him a little
Yeah.
bit, just like
Yeah.
almost like a punch. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. What is the connection between Bran and Gib? Like, are you barking orders, or is it like telepathic? How do you have it set up?
It's mostly they know. It's like telepathic. I'm not ordering him to attack. He knows what to do.
Okay.
Like,
Sure.
You know. Yeah.
All right. Is that it? You're not gonna move
Yeah.
anywhere, anything? Okay. Sure. So let's go back to Wisp's turn, and then from Wisp we're gonna go to Quiet. So what would you like to do?
Yeah. So does moving counts as an action?
Hmm? Moving does not count as an
Counts as-
action. So, in a turn, I should have explained this earlier. You have your movement, which is just moving around. You have an action, which is things like attacking, dashing, preparing an action, dodging. You have bonus actions, which are very specific things that are bonus actions. Like the Mantle of Inspiration from Diego is a bonus action. So they're like very specific class features or traits that are bonus actions. And then you also have a free action, which is kind of like talking to someone or interacting with an object. Nothing that would take up too much of your time. And you can interweave them. So you could do an action, move a bit, or you could do move a bit, action, move more. It's up to you how you want to weave these things together.
Since this guy is like super conked out, I'm gonna just move next to him.
Okay,
It's
sure.
like 30-ish, right?
Sure. Oh, I'm trying to move Enigami later.
35.
They move on the same initiative as you, but they move after you. So.
Okay. So I'm here, but I want to move with Any because I want to be able to infuse my stuff.
What is the range for the infuse?
30. He needs to be able to see them.
Okay. My question I'll ask you is: are they in your backpack right now, or are they out on the ground?
No, they're out.
Okay, so you would have to be a bit more conservative
Jesus.
with how much you move.
Okay. So I have to be close to Any?
Somewhat. Just in range, like,
Okay,
you can be in range for
so-
your attack, but you also need to be in range with Emmy. So there are two things that you have to weigh out here.
Because I won't be able to do like anything. I can just move.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's about it. Okay.
Alright.
So wait a sec. Let me also.
Wait, I believe there are two.
you remember-
There are two Emmy tokens, so I'm just gonna delete one of them.
I don't know where the other one went. Like.
Oh, do you not see it?
Oh yeah, I don't see it.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, just drag in a new one, and I'll delete the one I have on my screen. My bad.
Okay.
But I'll leave an indicator. They were about here. So what would you like to do for the turn? Who are you trying to attack while you drag in the new token?
Well, everybody's like in the way of this one guy, so I guess I'll just like move. I'll just move for my turn. I'll just be here, and then Any moves after me. So like here.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Do you
Okay.
attack
I'm not
during
doing
your turn?
anything.
Like you can also prepare an
I'll-
attack, like what Nico is talking about. So
Yeah, I'll prepare my whip sword just in case like
again,
someone
goes close.
comes and attacks me. Yeah.
Okay. Sure thing. How about for Emmy? Do you want to prepare a reaction of sorts, or because
I think he could do the essence, like what's it called?
Oh, the
the
infused strikes?
infused strikes. Yeah.
Because the infused
On
strikes,
my
do note,
order.
do not just apply to you. You could also give them to anyone. But it's your reaction, so you only do it
Oh.
once per round.
Can I put it on Quiet's axe?
You can
even if
do
she
it
has,
as
like,
a
holy-
you can do it as a reaction. So when it happens, you don't have to call it now.
Okay.
You call it
Alright.
when the attack happens. All right.
Okay.
So you're just standing
I'll
there.
put it on.
You're preparing your whip just in case. So you see that there are a few more people pouring in. They might get close to you. So you brandish. Yeah, sorry, you
Okay.
stow away your longbow. How would you describe this whip? I understand it's an important weapon to use. I want you to kind of like, how does it look?
It's I forgot the name of the weapon again, but it's like a soft sword. Like a metal sword, but it's like I forgot the name. Hold on.
Just then describe how it looks. You don't have to give it a name. You can just describe
It's a metal sword basically that just it works as a whip.
it.
It's sharp.
Alright, sure.
The Urumi.
Urumi, there you go. I remember it too.
Urumi.
Okay. Alright, and then you see Enigami is just kind of standing around. They kind of look to you. It's like, these guys aren't too nice. I don't like them.
Yeah, it's okay though. There are other people helping.
So like, you want me to like
Don't
go and
worry.
help them too, or
Yeah. Help them out.
Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna move over to Quiet's turn, followed by Diego. Quiet. So Tato.
Yes.
What do you feel like doing?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
I thought it was. Wait,
No, it's your turn.
No, because
Friend's turn?
oh
yeah, the
Reno
switch, I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
no,
Sorry,
that's just
okay.
for this round. Next round, back to normal.
Yeah.
But,
My bad.
Yeah, it's all good.
I proceed to. I should re-attack the leader, right?
It's up
He's
to
still
you.
alive.
Your turn.
Yeah, I will, since he's still up and kicking. Wait, let me roll. Attack, battle axe. Attacking him again. I got a.
Sure.
Why am I so unlucky?
What did you-
21 for the hit.
How much for damage though?
For the damage, I got a 5.
Oh Jesus.
5.
To smite or not to smite? That is the question.
Wait, I can.
I have-
How many times can I use my smite?
As many spell slots as you have. So you just burned one of your spell slots, which means you have 2
I have
left.
2 more.
You have 2 smites
Okay,
left.
well I'll use it again then.
All right, sure.
Attack.
Go for it.
By smite.
While she's attacking, does the reaction
Yeah, but you
for
no,
infuse go
you
off?
call it like at the moment the attack goes off. Do you want to infuse it?
Sure. Yeah.
Alright.
Do you still have your holy fire on it?
They are about to do that.
Yeah, that's the plan now.
So-
So I
Okay.
just did, and I got a 13 plus 5, so that's an 18.
And you wait, let's see.
Infuse strikes has 1d
Extra
at
D6.
6 extra damage.
So
we need to
you're
roll?
dealing a mix of slashing, force, and I believe
Oh.
yeah, force that radiant. Force
Radiant,
from the
yeah.
we're doing some changing to the dragon here. Some fun stuff.
Uh-huh.
So give me the total number when you're done with that and we'll describe
How
the
do I
attack.
add the 1d6?
Exclamation mark R 1d6.
There you go.
R1d6. There you go. 3. So 18 plus 3, 21. Holy shit.
Shit.
What?
This guy's dead, surely.
Is this bitch still alive? I swear
Yes.
this bitch is still alive.
They are still alive. Huh?
What is wrong with
They are
him?
still alive. So
Okay.
see what happens is as you hit them, you are concentrating into the axe. Would you like to describe this attack also?
This one, since this is infused with the divine smite again, my battle axe will be flaming blue. Plus
Yeah.
with wisps. What does wisps?
It's lightning.
It's
Oh, lightning. So
So-
it's like blue and it's like electrifying or
So
something.
Yeah.
although
Okay.
Quiet doesn't know where it quite comes from. So you're raising your balance. Where are you?
Yeah,
where,
yeah. So I'm just reading out.
Where are
just
you
wondering
aiming
why.
on the body, not the head? You know, kill
Not
shot
the
later.
head, not
Kill
the
shot
head.
later. I can't explain that. I don't have a way to explain it right now. So where would you be aiming?
The body one more time. I'm gonna try it again on the body.
Body one more time? Sure, so you go for
Yes.
another slash, you're trying to give them a little X mark.
Yep.
And you're concentrating on your blade, and you can feel the heat from the blue flames as you
Mhm.
imbue it with your divine smite. But as you swing it down, you also hear a crackle. And as you slash down, you hear a small thunderous boom come from your blade. You have no idea.
That's so sick,
You
dude.
have, you have no idea where it's from.
But I still slash my battle
Yeah.
axe.
What
to the master
what goes
divine's
through
body.
Quiet's mind as that happens? Are they phased by it at all, or what's the thought?
Yeah, in my head, I was like, is this bitch down yet?
They're like after you slash them, they like cough out blood. They're like on their they're like crouching down and they're like pressing down on like one of their legs to like try to stay up. They're very clearly hurt.
Okay, hurt. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, I end my turn.
Okay. Now we move on to Diego, and then Wisp, keep in mind that you'll be up next. Oh, they're gone. But
All right.
surely they keep it in mind. Cool.
I put my hands on Quiet's shoulders and I peek over like,
That guy really isn't dead yet.
I know, right?
I'm not dead just yet!
Well, one thing I know for sure,
and I whisper to him from this distance,
we're no strangers to love.
and then I cast Dissonant Whispers on him.
Did you just try to rickroll us?
I'm trying to rickroll the guy who's on the ground.
Is it a save that I have to roll, or
Wisdom save
Sure.
14 DC.
Got you. I wrote down, like, to save time, I wrote down everyone's DCs and ACs, like, on my sheet. Oh my god. It is a very
fail?
unlucky night for me. That's a 1.
Okay.
Oh, one?
That's a
Okay,
1.
he takes
No way.
so he takes 10 psychic damage,
Mm-hmm.
and he must immediately use his reaction to run as far away from me as possible.
Actually, is this lethal or non-lethal, my friend?
I just want him to pass out if that's
Okay.
the case.
So, could you mutter it one more time just so I can really get into it?
We're no strangers to love.
You know the rules, stranger. And he passes out, and you can see that, like, he is scrunching, like, his head. He's trying to just squeeze something out of it. And, like, he is slowly losing consciousness. Like, he is, like, kicking on the ground, bleeding out, and you see as they kind of, like, slowly stop struggling. They are reduced to a slow breath. But, they're in critical condition, to say the least, at this
Alright.
point.
Okay.
You know,
And
your camera and Fred's
Oh,
camera.
right,
Yeah.
because, okay, what do
Azrina, yeah.
okay, what I have to do now is show non-video participants. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
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 okay, there you go. We're just gonna show music bot for now, just to fix.
Alright.
Yeah, it's an oddly specific setup.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, cool.
Right.
I can hide it again. It's all good.
oh, there.
My Discord
Alright.
died, dude.
It's all good,
Alright.
dude. Thank you guys for pointing
So,
it out.
Dying.
the encounter's still ongoing, right?
Yeah. You see
So
it?
I pat Quiet on the back and like,
You hit that guy really hard. Maybe next time you could hit a little harder.
then I pat her on the back really hard, like, harder. And that's a bardic inspiration
Ooh.
as my bonus action.
Sure.
So Tado,
Explain it.
So Tado, the next time you make a saving throw, an attack roll, or an ability check, you can roll an extra d6
Oh.
to add to that roll. Or since I have magical inspiration, you can also add an additional d6 to.
So 2 additionals or just
Oh, no, no.
No, just one.
Okay, just one.
So I have a one-time buff on you. Basically, you can choose whether
Alright.
to use it or not.
Okay.
You can use it when you make an attack, when you make a saving throw, ability check, damage roll, or when you get healed.
Alright, okay. I got you.
So yeah, you have that. It's called Bardic Inspiration. So you can add it to any of those rolls whenever you want. Once you use it, I'll have to give you another one.
Okay. Woo!
So yeah,
Thank you.
Bard buffs.
Bard buffs, indeed. Alright, so now it is going to be the turns. Of
Can't
these-
believe I rickrolled someone to death.
You rickrolled well, to non-lethal unconsciousness.
I knocked someone out with a
Borderline
rickroll.
coma. Yeah, you knocked someone out with the power of Rick Astley. How about that? Cool. So now it's going to be the turns of these bandits. So they're like kind of looking around, kind of like dumbfounded that their leader was just handled like that in just a matter of seconds, mauled. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna fight for them. So these two are going to knock another bolt into their crossbows, and they're going to fire at the last thing that hit them, which is going to be more towards one at Quiet and one at Diego. Come on, surely. Okay, at least it's not all of them are single digit. So I called Quiet's first, and it's unfortunately still gonna fucking miss, because fuck me. It's gonna be a 16. It's gonna be a 16, which would have hit most of you, but Tato decided to have an 18 armor class for some reason, so it
Okay.
fucking misses. And then I rolled a 10 to hit Diego, which misses because everyone has an armor class of 15. So just my luck. So you see as they whiff, and there's like, they're kind of holding it, and it's just gonna look like, are we cut out for this? I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. So you guys with the scimitars are going to try to pile up on Gib here, the next most threatening thing that they see, and they are going to flank it. So advantage on.
Oh
both
no,
of you.
they're going after the sexual harassers, Turtle.
He's not a sexual harasser, man. It's just
Finally!
a look at him.
Okay, I get to hit the turtle, but he's tanky as fuck.
Imagine
Okay.
trying to swing at a metal turtle.
Yeah. Well, I get through, so that's gonna be a 18 to 17 hit, which I believe beats its AC of 15 already. So these two walk up, and they're a bit more intelligent with it. Like, machinations such as Gib are not the most common, but they have been around enough for people to know how to fight one. So they're going to try to go in between the joints for the scimitar, just kind of go in and try to maim Gib. So they're going to roll 1d6. Yeah.
Not you!
I'm sorry, I need to hit something!
How dare!
I'm sorry. So they're going to take a total of 6 plus 10. They're going to take a 10 slashing damage. How much health do they have left?
No. Where do I? Oh wait, let me check the.
It's 2 plus your intelligence plus 5. Oh my god, it's a lot of math. Jesus. But they're not dead. That's what I can say for sure. They are not
Okay.
dead. But they are.
It's 2 plus what?
It's 2 plus intelligence plus your artificer level times 5. Lots of so it's 15, 17, 20? Or what's your intelligence? Plus 3 plus 4.
My intelligence is 17.
17, so plus
Oh
3.
wait, no, is it 17? It's 17. It's
Okay,
17.
so they're at half of their HP. And you
Okay.
see, you could hear, like, you can hear all of the hard work that you've been doing the past couple weeks. You hear it breaking inside.
No. That's fucked up.
Alright.
Not Gib.
Alright, up next is going to be Wisp into Bran. So, think about what you guys want to do.
Because I'm kind of closer already, I'll start doing the. Oh wait, does the reaction only apply once per round, or is it once like the whole fight?
The moment the bandits turn hit, they go first. That's the start of a new round. In future streams, I was thinking of adding like a initiative indicator somewhere so that you guys can see it better.
Okay.
We'll do that next time.
Once per round. Once per
Once
round.
per round. So a new round has started.
Once per
You can
round.
imbue another attack.
Okay, I'll ask any to imbue my arrows. I'll start shooting at this one in front.
Sure. So what goes away? You're like, huh? No one's going close.
Oh wait, which of the bandits is hurting
Both
Gib?
of them.
Okay, I'll shoot that the one that's like directly here.
All right. So you see that Gib is sort of being maimed. How does it make Wisp? How does it make you feel?
A little frantic and a little like angry. It's like
Alright.
hurting little baby. And then 1d6. Is R and then 6?
Transmission R
Or-
space D6 will work.
D6.
So let me know the attack on the bow, and I'll remember the number to beat is
The
12,
bow-
not too high.
The bow is 16.
That hits for sure.
The 1d6 is 4.
So how much damage from the bow though? Because 4 plus, what's the damage roll on the bow?
The damage roll is 6?
Oh, I thought you said 16 to hit, so it's 6 damage from the bow attack, and then you're adding from your imbuing, right? You have
Uh-huh.
2 rolls going on. So what's the total of the 2?
Oh,
Yeah.
what do you mean total?
Because you attacked with your bow, right? So that's one thing, and then you're having
I give
enigami.
That's 6.
Okay, I
Mm,
give you the
then you-
damage and the 1d6. 10?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
10. So where are you trying to hit this guy?
I'll hit him in the shoulder.
All right, sure.
Or whatever, the shoulder where he's holding the scimitar.
All right, sure. Shoulder where he's holding the scimitar. So you see as Wisp, 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 as Wisp Enigami's sort of like not paying attention right now. They're just kind of looking and they see like Gib being nearly torn apart and they're like terrified at it. So you manage to hit them straight in the shoulder. And then you look at Enigami and they're just scared. What do? The imbue has not gone through yet.
Okay. I kind of
They're just kind of like frozen in place.
So I already shot.
You shot. It's in there, but the imbue hasn't happened. Enigami's attention
Okay.
is not there. So what do you do?
I guess I kind of just like pat his head and be like, Annie, are you okay? We'll be fine.
Oh, my bad.
Fight
my
with
bad.
me.
Okay. And then they look at the dude that you shot, and you see as the bow there starts to crackle, and the thunder splinters it inside his shoulder.
Oh my god.
Ah!
We'll hurt these guys.
They're hurt
hurting another-
really bad.
Oh,
They're
fuck.
hurt
Okay.
really, like you cannot see it because they're wearing all black. But something
Holy
is starting to pool in there.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Alright.
No. I still have the... Do I still have the... Oh wait, the sword doesn't stay readied, right? Or...
No, it does not. But like, I'm not too lenient. I'm not too strict with those rules, so you can switch between weapons as you wish, unless I say otherwise. But in this case, with the usual weapons that you have, feel free to switch in between.
I'll ready the whip again.
Sure. Alright, so that guy was hit. Let me just mark it. Owie. Cool. Up next is Bran, followed by Quiet.
Okay, I go directly towards in front of this guy who is hurt already, and I attack.
You're
I
sounding
am
like
angry
a
and I
robot.
attack you. Oh, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He is gibbing right now.
It caused
I know my internet fuck, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we can't hear you.
I can hear him. I can understand lag sometimes on my
Oh,
good
okay,
days.
okay.
So you're
Okay.
trying to hit the dude that's already low.
26.
26 definitely
Yes.
hits. I am gonna
7.
let you know right now, they're at 1 HP. So, lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal. Oh wait, they hurt Gib.
Yeah, this
So
guy
I'm
hurt
in
Gib.
Fiery rage. I am fiery rage. I couldn't control my attack, and I gave him a swing, an uppercut with my hammer, and he gets killed, dude.
So,
It is
your
ridiculous.
light hammer has obviously the blunt end, but you turn it around and you also have the end that's used for taking out nails. So you walk up to him, you look down the hammer, and you're holding it to just give him a good bonk. You flip it around. Then you jump up, you're
It's
gonna
an
hit.
accident. It's an accident. I didn't mean to kill him. I just
Yeah, and you're just
It's an accident.
overall, and you just see that the hammer is stuck, like right underneath their mouth, and they sort of like fall to the ground, just coughing out blood all over the place as their body falls limp.
Dude, I'm a murderer.
Okay, so Owie is no more. All right,
He's dead, dude.
all right. Well,
super dead.
super dead. Well, Gib hasn't
He's
moved
dead.
yet. What do you want Gib to do?
Okay. He attacks the person who attacked him
Sure. Roll it.
with a D20.
Plus your intelligence.
26. Dude, I got 26 plus an intelligence.
Again. What's your damage on it?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. No, I got 5.
5 total on the
Never mind.
attack. Alright, I'll check.
5 plus 8 plus 3.
That is going
Plus 8.
5 plus 8?
No, that's 5 plus 3.
Oh wait, sorry, where are you rolling? Oh wait, let me check. I see the light hammer roll, but I don't see the oh wait, 5.
D20?
Oh wait, no, sorry, I see it now. My bad.
Yeah.
Let me double check it right now. It's 5 plus spell
300.
attack modifier. Oh, spell attack modifier. So it's proficiency. So it's plus 2, 7, plus. What's your intelligence? Plus 3, right?
Yeah, plus 3.
That's gonna total to a 10. That will miss.
Does that hit?
No, it will not. It's 12. You need to hit 12. So they're trying to lurch forward. They're trying to lurch forward to hit this guy, but they hit the front joints and the legs, so they're having a very hard time getting over there right now. And you can hear something, this loud piercing noise sort of fills the air as the inner machinations of Gib are grinding against each other. And it makes this very dissonant sound.
Oh no.
You see that, like, everyone, like, all of our player characters, all of the enemy characters, they just kind of like, ugh. It's like when a teacher's scratching their fingers on like a chalkboard, almost. You just kind of feel a little bit of a shiver. Okay, up next is gonna be Quiet, followed by Diego.
Wait, so is the guy's down? If it's down, I can't attack him anymore.
He's non-lethal, and he's it was not lethal, so he's like in a state of unconsciousness, or he's like tending himself. You could just go down and down him if that's what you wanted to do. Or you
Kill
can.
him?
It's up to you. Kill him or move on to the rest of
You
it.
can execute.
You can
him.
execute
He's basically
him.
He's basically knocked out.
They are ineffective for the rest of combat, safe to say.
Oh, okay, so alright. So there's
It's
no
up to
use
you.
then. I should go for the next guy.
Sure.
The one behind him.
Oh, the
And
one
move
behind him?
here.
Oh yeah, another
Okay.
Gib herder. Sure, yeah.
Okay, I will attack him.
Yeah,
Of course.
go for it. So roll attack,
Let
12
me
to beat.
roll
Let me know.
battle app. Okay, I got a 20 to hit.
20
And
total?
5. Yes, 20 total. And
How
then the
much damage?
damage is 5 plus 3 equals 8.
Okay.
Wait,
Sure.
that's a. Oh wait, no.
It wasn't crit, no?
That wasn't crit.
No, it's slashing.
Alright.
Slashing.
You can add your bardic inspiration to your damage. 1d6.
Wait, but it's a 1d8 though. Oh, but I got a plus 3. So technically it's not a crit. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
You can
it
add
has-
your.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has to be 8.
Do you
plus
want to
3.
do you want to use your inspiration to hit harder or
Yeah.
I'm gonna use I
Unknown.
can use
it's up to you.
You can use
Oh,
both.
Diego's thing, right?
Yeah,
You can.
You can.
Okay, because you can just give it to me again the next
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
might as
good.
well use it then.
Alright, sure.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll a d6.
And add it to damage.
What? A 1?
Okay, so
Really?
as you are about to walk up to hit this guy, you get the hit, like, as you're hitting it, you remember Diego saying,
9.
he's like, 9 damage? Alright. You remember Diego's
Yeah,
telling you to
9
hit him harder, and you're like, I could definitely do that, and then you just remember, oh, it's fucking Diego. So it's just like, bonk. Like, you're not trying to impress this guy at all. Like, you
Yeah.
put in a hit.
So much for having.
You put
a
in like
side
you put
chick.
in a good hit. Like it's more for you, less from the inspiration. It's really all you. And the extra aggression in the hit just comes from your spite for Diego.
Alright. Thank you
yeah,
for the
they
plus
are
1.
they are also very maimed, close to death after that hit. I will mark them with an owie. Up next would be Diego then if you choose
Owie.
not to move.
Okay.
Please finish him off already.
Oh my.
Okay. So I'm just like, yeah. And I whisper to the guy in front of Quiet. I mean, like, your mom.
Your
And I cast-
mom.
I cast dissonant whispers again.
Again.
Wisdom saving
It's the
throw.
same. 2.
Okay, they take 10 points. Another 10 points
God,
of
his mom, dude.
psychic damage.
Lethal, non-lethal.
And then non-lethal.
They're just
Not
gonna
lethal.
look at you. They're just like, not my mom. No.
Not my mom.
And they just kind of go into like this like soft whisper, cause like they weren't as fucked up as getting rickrolled, right? It wasn't that terrible.
Yeah.
So they're just like, not my mom, not my mom, not my mom. And they're just in fetal position,
My
cradling
mother.
on the ground. I would change Aoi to crying. And they are rolling about for sure.
And I was like, I look at Quiet and I'm like, I shrug. And I point at the body.
There you go. I pat your head.
How do you react to that? You just pet on the head. Nothing.
It's probably too stunned to
And I'm gonna be like,
speak.
one more.
No.
One more.
No.
One.
You can do it! Come on!
No, that's it.
So, for these last 3 guys, because I kind of know where this combat encounter is going to go, you have a chance to intimidate them into backing out or encourage them to keep fighting you. As a party, before I move on to their turns, is there anything you would like to do? You could talk about it like a little bit meta, but what do you guys think?
Can we ask them to surrender? Like maybe
Yeah.
interrogate them.
Yeah.
You could
Ask
try.
them what the heck they're
Alright.
doing.
Interrogate.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think we could intimidate them into giving up.
Giving up or that.
I'm
too.
pretty sure Diego can do something.
Is that you would like Diego to take the reins here?
Yeah, please,
Alright,
please,
sure.
sir.
So Diego, you take a scope around. Like, listen, if all you have to whisper to someone is your mom, and they are absolutely crying. If all you have to say is your mom, these guys are
Alright.
just shitters.
I bring out my lute
Uh-huh.
Shitters, dude.
and I start singing Imagine by John Lennon to promote peace and to stop the fighting, but really just because I'm fucking tired.
So like,
Imagine all the people.
you hear like some,
Can
you just you just hear some fatigue in your voice. You've just kind of lost the will at this point. Like, first of all, the festival gets ruined. You were having a blast. And the guys that ruined the festival aren't even that good. Would any of you want to help? So the battle goes to sudden quiet as a song starts to break out. Do the 3 of you do anything as well?
I carry the corpse that I killed, and I jump on Gib, and I lift this guy up, and I say, "Do you want this?" And then I drop the corpse.
As you drop the corpse, because you're holding them like probably near here, there is some of their blood and some chunkier bits that are now on your hand as you drop them, and it just thud onto the ground. Other 2, are there anything? Are there any things you
Dude, I'm
want to
psycho,
do?
dude. Holy shit. I didn't mean to make character be psycho.
You don't. You can
My
let.
character be psycho.
It's okay. Like once you make a choice, I will let you know if it's something you have to like stick with. But like we can change these characters as we go and mold them into something
Yeah.
you want to play more. It's just that.
I mean, he's angry, dude.
He's
Like,
angry.
you know, he was-
All right, but
Gib, you know?
Quiet and Wish. Are there any things you'd like to do to possibly sway them to surrender?
Okay, you can go first.
I'm gonna drag their master by the neck and tell them, "Is this what you want?"
So both of you, one of them said, "You're about to kill the other guy." So like, are you just kind of like so describe, like, are you just like holding him by what? Like, how are you
Holding him by the neck, like by the nape,
Uh-huh.
like grabbing him up,
Uh-huh.
and have my battle axe close to his neck.
All right, so you can't even like lift them fully up because they have like hella armor. So you're
Yeah.
just holding them by the hair. They're on their knees,
Yes,
and
exactly.
you're
they're
threatening
both-
to slit their throat.
Yeah.
All
Hey,
right.
can I
Wish.
just add something?
Yes. Sure.
As soon as I see them doing this and I'm like singing Imagine by John Lennon, I try to switch it up to make it sound like a menacing version.
Minor key.
Imagine all the
Imagine.
people.
Like, I shifted to a minor key and I'm like
Oh.
trying to intimidate them with John Lennon.
Okay. So you got the read of the room now. All right, Wisp. Is there anything you'd like to add to all of this? Or
I guess I pull back my bow and arrow very quietly, and then you can hear like the sizzling and the crackling of the lightning on the
All right.
arrow.
So Enigami is like focusing now. Like you got them in the zone. Since all 4 of you chimed in on this, I'll just let it pass without rolling it. It's good enough for me.
Okay.
So
Mason.
imagine if I roll and they don't surrender after all of that. How shitty?
Dude,
How
what the
shitty?
fuck?
How shitty would that be?
Dude.
That would be actually really funny.
But
Yeah.
Not the
They-
only one.
the 2 archers and the other sort of scimitar wielding thug, they just put their weapons down. They have their hands up. They're kind of on their knees also, and they're just kind of looking down in shame. Obviously, like, the village isn't roar up celebrating. Everyone is still quite stirred by the situation. You see, like, some of the windowsills, like, people are kind of peeping through the curtains, like, what's happened? Like, I just heard a song and then it went quiet again. You see other people by the tents, are just slowly starting to peek out also. And the 4 of you are at the center of all the action. Anything? Any responses from you guys?
I take a look around and I realize that these are the people from my dreams, and I hold quiet. I grab her. Like, you're the woman of my dreams. You're the woman of my dreams.
Not this again, dude.
Go
I'm
ahead.
like, I turn around because I'm facing everybody. So I
Yeah.
just like turn to Brandon and I'm like, what do you mean by this? You keep saying that. Nobody knows what you mean, dude.
I get distracted by the girl, and then I look at Diego. You're the man of my dreams. You're the man of my dreams.
So I've been told many times.
Unfazed for the first time, someone is not reacting negatively to you, Brand.
Quiet
This
just
is-
stares at the 2 of them. I stare at the both of them at this with a clear, disgusted look on my face.
All right.
Don't mind
Lol.
her, you'll get used to it.
You guys don't understand. I've seen all of you in a dream. Maybe
Nobody
this time
cares.
Was it a dirty dream?
Oh my
it was
God.
not a dirty dream.
And
But I think we're meant.
they all start rambling and talking, and the camera kind of zooms out from the village, and you see that people are just kind of like looking around, like, I mean, like, I'm grateful that my life was saved, but this is what
What
saved
the
me.
fuck is this?
And the camera sort of zooms out. You have this higher up shot of the village, and this is where we're gonna leave it for this week. I think it's a pretty good note to end
So
it.
funny. That
Eh?
is so funny, dude.
That's a good note to end it on. That was fun. I wish I rolled better. I wish I could actually hit you guys next time. I promise.
Dog shit enemies, dude. They
You will
hurt my
never
dream,
hit
dude.
quiet. You
Dude,
will never hit
single digit
quiet.
rolls, man. Listen, I think I
That
need
was
some new
so
dice, man.
funny.
I need some new dice.
Just
man.
a word of advice to my fellow players: do not boast about walking out of combat without damage, because he will make the next one harder.
I won't make the next one harder. I
You
won't make the
you
next one
won't.
harder. It was just unlucky. Like it was just an unlucky night. I know what happened. But to everyone still watching, obviously thank you so much for keeping up. I still have to do more
Yeah,
tests
dude.
because I didn't want to record during the stream and then for everything to stutter. So I'm gonna do more testing for that. And then hopefully, because this is like a pretty good intro. So definitely our next session could be a pretty good first episode too, if I were to record it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for showing up. I appreciate it. I had a blast.
No problem, dude. That was fun. That was fun.
Okay.
That was really
All right, I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go to the end screen right now. Have a good evening, everyone. Be kind to one
Bye,
another.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye bye. Bye
Bye.
now. Bye now.